Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm Xandros, and it's still my birthday. It's the third stream of the day. Now, for those that have been watching the other streams today, first of all, thank you. If you have missed them, don't worry. The VODs exist. I will be making some highlights and trying to fix a few things because we had some hiccups with the second stream. So, you know, a little with the first stream. But hey, it's all good there. But, this last stream, we're going to be playing some Among Us tonight. But we're going to wait a little bit because some people are still kind of working and trying to get off and having dinner. So I figured, I was thinking about doing like some Ghost of Tsushima before we got into that. But then I had a thought. It's my birthday. And I thought to myself, why don't you do something else for your birthday? Something a little fun. Something you don't ever do here on the channel. And then, I had an idea. And as you can see on screen, there's a video prepped. Tonight, before we play Among Us, before we start sussing and murdering, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to have a little Chud fun. Oh yeah. But I'm not doing it alone. No. I will be joined by my friend and fellow streamer, the mightiest Quinn. And we are going to have fun tearing into the latest John Doyle video. Just as some fun, we're going to bully Doyle. Because you know what? I have to sit in the chat and Hannah's streams and Jake's streams or other places that may have John Doyle being John Doyle. And I might type something in chat, but no one really gets to hear me vent and fume and be verbal about the complete and utter shit that is John Doyle's opinions and takes on things. But now, no, there will be video proof of it. There will be audio proof of it. And I figured a tag team effort was the best way to go about it. Isn't that right, Quinn? Hello?
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I've been having some Discord issues.
Oh no, we're having Discord issues. Everyone's having issues today. Twitch, Discord. Hello, Lost Outcast. And Elysium's in the chat as well. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. I have not done this. This is mine and Quinn's first time having this kind of fun.
This is terrifying.
It is, a little bit, because we're going to be outing ourselves in a lot of our politics. In a lot of ways. Let me readjust the screen a little bit so I can, No, I want it down from that. Stretch it. Bigger for me. Why are you being so... What the hell? Sorry, I am not used to doing this with a YouTube video very much, so bear with me. Gonna be resizing shit. So yeah, we don't get to have fun with kind of fashy chuds like this, aside from making fun of them off stream. And John Doyle is definitely a good punching bag. I know, Manneking's excited.
I'm excited.
Say anything I disagree with, I already got the cancel prepped and ready to post. Oh, trust me. You're going to agree with us most of the time on this, I think. And that's me being nice. Well, Lost Outcast. First of all, we're going to be playing some Among Us later. This is part of the whole birthday thing, because it's my birthday. And I've been streaming all day. So we're going to have fun with Among Us later. We're just waiting for some people to get home. Some people end up having some overtime with their work and that. And some people are probably still eating dinner because time zone. So we're trying to be nice. So what we're going to do, instead of, me playing Ghost of Tsushima, which as much as I love the game, I want to have a little fun and bully somebody who thinks, talks about how to actually combat woke capitalism. And this is a guy who thinks voting is cringe. He is a kind of fashy right-winger. Go ahead, Quinn. I'm taking a drink. I'll shut up for a minute.
Oh no, it's fine. I I don't have much to say at the moment. I'm just.
Well, you can plug yourself for some of the people that may not know who you are. Because there will be a VOD.
Ah. I'm the Mightiest Quinn on Twitch. I'm a variety gaming streamer. At the moment, I'm playing through Detroit Become Human, and I'm gonna be starting Slime Rancher tomorrow. So I have quite a chill community, LGBT friendly.
Yeah. That's why I misspelled it. I misspelled it in both ways. But if you're interested in checking out Quinn's streams, right there it is. I misspelled Coop originally. I am smart, I promise.
They're interchangeable, it's fine.
You know. But hey, it's a great place for chickens and ooh-woos. Manneking's saying, are we both playing Slime Rancher now?
Apparently.
Yeah,
I needed a new chill, a new chill game.
Yeah, you're done. You're done with the dinos.
The dinos are dead.
The dinos are dead. So are the humans. Meanwhile, all I'm doing is beating people up and shooting zombies and beating people up. Well, I guess I'm shooting things, I'm being the galaxy's best himbo.
The galaxy's best himbo is amazing.
Yes.
We love Himbo Jimbo.
Himbo Jimbo. Janitor hero of the Halcyon star system. Good stuff, good stuff. So, for those that don't know much about John Doyle is a Michigander, so that's already a problem. I kid. I don't have this state pride thing just because I'm from Ohio and the Michigan thing. I could care less. He is a... What's the best way to describe him, do you think, Quinn?
Definitely right-wing Chud.
Okay, right-wing Chud. He is 21. He is really young. He's incredibly dumb.
He's just been able to vote for the first time.
I know.
He has good political opinions.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I have the best political opinions. Maybe not the most well-developed at times. I mess things up. I have my opinions, though. And I'm not perfect, and I accept that. But John Doyle has got to be one of the most self-important dipshits I have ever seen. And I have seen a lot of them. Hi, so thanks for popping in. And enjoy your sleep. I hope it's a very pleasant night's sleep for you. Democracy is cringe. John Doyle, 2020. Was that 2020 or 2021? Did he do it this year or last year? I can't remember now. Oh no, 21's an adult. And yes, we are bullying him. He deserves to be bullied. Relentlessly. I couldn't tell you anymore. Last year completely blurred together for me. Especially we got towards the end. And into this year, it's just been a continuation of it. So, I too like my Monarchs. Well, you say that. John Doyle might actually agree with you. So, do you want to screen share with me here? And I'll start sharing. Let me find my nice buttons. Buttons. Here we are. And there you go. Just like when we do the Doctor Who stuff.
Yep.
Looking forward to that this weekend. Alright, so let me know when you're ready and I'll hit play.
I'm ready.
Alright, everyone in chat. Are you ready for some Doyle? Are you ready for some concentrated dipshittery?
This is going to be painful.
It will be painful, but the thing is, we have control here. We can pause when we want, say what we want. We don't have to wait for Hannah and Jake to have an opinion. We can have opinions of our own now. We're free. The binds, the chains, they have been cut. And now we get to be the people with the words. I can say the... No! I can say the R word. Let's see. What R word are you thinking? Rabble, rabble, rabble? I too can be the Hamburglar. Yes. Alright. Let's start this. Reptile. Reptile is a good R word. I like that R word. Resident Evil's a good R word with some other words attached. Do you have any good R words?
Ramshackle.
Ramshackle is a good one. Robust. Riffraff. All right, anyway, we're distracting. Let's enjoy some Heck Off Kami, shall we?
Coca-Cola, after an internal memo showed diversity.
Let me know if you can't hear anything. I will gladly turn it up.
Quote, less white. It's part of company racism training program. People taking part are given advice on how to be less white, less arrogant, less.
Hang on, you're a little quiet. They're saying. Let me turn you up.
Oh, okay.
I will turn you up. Also, what the hell was going on with my? Ooh, my frame rate went to shit. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. One sec. Let's do this. Bring these in.
I'm just quiet because I'm in a box.
Put that back out. What are you doing? This gets separate. I gotta readjust shit again. Sorry.
We created Dungeon Alchemist, an AI-powered map-making application that allows you to make...
I already know this. Thank you. Thank you, Ad. What the hell's going on now? Everything's all fucked again. Why? Why must everything be fucked? Extend. Do what I'm telling you. Oh no! It's... Why? God damn it. Hang on. Up.
I can hear a very slightly delayed echo of you coming from upstairs.
Wait, what the hell? What the hell? You know what? I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna delete this completely and bring it in again. We will get this right. Well, thanks for stopping by and thank you for the birthday wishes. Everyone should go check out Lost Out. Lost Outcast. God, I cannot talk. And
Oh wow!
gifting subs. 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you to Nixit Gaming, Void Harpy, The Mana King, Phoenix Flight, and I Am Burr.
Very cool.
Yeah, go give his channel a look. He's been doing a lot of Overwatch. So if that's your kind of thing, go do the following and the subbing. He's a good guy. Alright, let's try this one more time without me being an idiot. Yeah. And then just drag it down to where I need it to be. Down here. We're going to stretch it and adjust it. Why in the hell? Like my Alt key wasn't wanting to work. We're just doing it live.
Doing it live.
Fuck it. Alright. Now I think we're good. Okay.
Gotta restart.
I heard that Doyle was being bullied. Doyle is about to be bullied. We had to start over because everything was... I finally have Squirtles. You do! You have Squirtles. Spritz for all. Also, tonight's water is raspberry, by the way. So, that'll be fun. Anyway, try again.
Gotta restart the screen share
Oh.
because it clicked out.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, can everyone hear Quinn okay?
Hello!
If I need to make them louder, let me know.
I feel like I should say something to give a tester, but like, I don't know what to say.
Then I must be purple. You can hear Quinn okay? Alright. Wait, is the word buddy unisex or gendered?
Buddy's unisex.
Buddy's unisex.
Hey, Liza!
Hi.
I've somehow ended up on a different channel.
Space is warped and time is bendable. Alright. I'm gonna adjust the video volume. And hopefully the stream will run a little smoother, because, man, what the hell is going on? Hey, Colossus TV, thanks for the sub. I'm trying to figure out why my CPU is at 100%. OBS 64, 48.8%. Why? Why? Alright, if this runs like shit, I'm sorry. But we'll still be able to hear John Doyle. So, I guess that's not a good thing, but it is, I guess, in our case. Oh no, it's Elysium gifting. Elysium, uh-oh, is Elysium getting out of bank jail?
He's creeping out.
Let's see how it is. Trying to get back that #1 spot. Right now, Elysium is in 3rd. Got that bronze going for gift subs. Ooh.
Coca-Cola after an internal memo showed diversity training where employees were told to be, quote, less white. It's part of company racism training program. People taking part are given advice on how to be less white, less arrogant, less certain, less defensive, and less arrogant.
It's hard to tell.
The spokesperson for Coke said it's just part of training meant to create a, quote, inclusive workplace.
I do. So I think there's a lot of learning that's taking place and a lot of awareness that is happening. I wasn't as aware 7 years ago when I had my son about the racist images in a lot of Dr. Seuss's children's books.
Story everybody's talking about this morning, that big rebrand of Mr. Potato Head.
This is the shit. This is the shit that keeps John Doyle up at night. Oh God.
Oh,
Sorry
that's a track from Doom.
Sorry about that. I didn't know that was going to happen. I missed part of this video when Hannah was streaming it. So I don't know a lot of what's going to happen.
John Doyle in. Heck off, commie.
God, I hate John.
Oh no, ads.
Oh no, capitalism.
We created Dungeon Alchemist, an AI-powered map-making
By the way,
application
if you like
that
D&D,
allows
this is something you should back if you want to. Pretty good stuff.
Here's how
It's
it
really
works.
cool, but that's not what we're here for. It is some trash, Quinby.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heck Off Commie.
It's a human
I know what
form
you're
of trash.
thinking. Why are you still in the original studio? What has become of the interim studio, of the new studio? Relax, we're getting there. But in the meantime, I came back to Michigan to pick up a few things and also to record 2 very important videos for you guys to tide you over until the new studio is up and running, at which point the content kitchen will be firing on all cylinders. We'll be cranking out videos like the Biden administration bombing Middle Eastern countries. You love to see it. But before we get into
yeah,
the
because
potatoes,
Trump
what we'll
never
talk about
did
today,
that.
I do want to go over a few things as it
Not
pertains
once
to
ever.
the channel as a whole that I think are important.
We shouldn't be doing it at all, just saying.
Jersey here at some point, but before we even get into that, I have to tell you something. I have to remind you of something, which I'm sure you already know.
If the video's
because
too loud and
you're
overpowering
genius,
mine and
you
Quinn's
have
voice, let me know. I'll
agency.
turn
You
Doyle,
analyze the trends.
Doyle
That
down.
is the
Frankly,
fact that
he's
we're
not
living in
important
uncertain
here.
times, and millions have
He's
come
our
to
punching
realize the
bag.
importance of the Second Amendment. If you're looking for the perfect accessory to go with that perfect firearm,
Orange man
get
never
an
go
American
burr,
holster
stupid
from my
commie.
friends at We the People Holsters, starting at just $40.
Okay.
We the People holsters are custom.
Can you hear the video
molded
at
to fit
least
your exact
over us?
Firearm. They have thousands of options, including an amazing selection.
I mean,
of kinds of
I'm
holsters.
loud, I don't know
Their
about Quinn.
proprietary clip design allows for you to easily
my
adjust
mic's
both the
maxed.
cant and ride of your holster, so it's comfortable and secure at all times. Just go to wethepeopleholsters.com/Doyle.
You got a
While
kitty,
you're there,
Chan.
their premium printed hoodies,
Make it for
long
20
sleeve
bits,
shirts,
Colossus.
their new EDC tactical gun belt, which comes paired with the patented Cobra buckle. Every
I can't
holster and
turn
gun
Quinn up
belt
any
comes with a
louder.
lifetime guarantee. If it's not a perfect
I
fit, send it
actually,
back
I
for
could
full
I'll put
refund.
Quinn. No, you're fine. I'll put Quinn to 200%. That is the best I can do.
$10 off with the offer code Doyle. We the people.
Okay, we
And
don't
that
care,
quiet.
Doyle.
Skip this if you'd like, but about 2 weeks ago, I put out a 2-hour-long dissertation on the harms of pornography that is literally irrefutable. Hundreds of sources, and I did this.
Yes,
for
100
free
of
charge, maybe
titles
because I
of
really
things
just
that
care,
are not
maybe it's
sourced at all with
Elijah
any
Schaefer said,
links.
maybe I'm mildly autistic.
And
I don't
just
know, but the
your
point being, this
trust
video
me,
was
bro
posted.
opinion.
Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for participating.
I
and
recommend
volunteering.
watching it. It's
Thank you for your
hilarious.
commentary on the importance of delayed gratification. It was all a metaphor, but I do just want
I
to take a
cannot
second
spend
to
an
talk about
hour
that
plus
video.
watching it, and I
The
will not do it on
responses have
stream,
been
but
overwhelmingly
fuck, it's
positive,
hilarious.
and inspirational. The comments,
Hannah and
the
Jake both
messages,
did it.
everything. And
You can find
you might
their
remember
YouTube
that
channels
the
have
video
it.
was
Go
literally
there.
being
It's great.
censored by Google after it was posted. Like you could
Oh,
search
trust me,
for
there's
it
not going to be much
on
angry
YouTube
here.
or on
This
Google
is
word for
so
word,
dumb, it's
and it
funny.
wouldn't show up
This
when
isn't
you
one of the
searched
John
for it on,
Doyle
like,
ones where it's going
DuckDuckGo
to
or
be
something.
angry.
Come
It's
right
more
up.
like just, are you
And it
fucking
couldn't just be because
serious?
the title of the video contained the word porn, because other videos with that word in their titles would come up, including the one that we did last year, which was much less thorough. And that really just
Yes,
puts
'cause
into
you did so
perspective
much
what
more
we're
aside
up
from just
against,
talk
because
longer.
That video wasn't some big treatise against
Yeah, 4 or
leftist
5 parts he
economics
does.
or
He did do that. It was like
explicitly
5.
political. That part was additive. That was the only part that is relatively up for debate. That video proved that pornography is extremely addictive, that it has addicted the vast majority of the men in this country.
Not.
That video proved it.
That
All of the
video
science
proved
that like disproves it.
And then from there, I extrapolated
nothing.
Ignore that.
exist in that condition.
It's okay. No, it's just he really thinks he hit it out of the park.
That's just my
with that video.
But the rest is irrefutable.
Ah,
so
God.
what that means at the very least is that they wanted to stop you from realizing that our country's men are harming themselves, and perhaps that you're harming yourself, which, if you remember, is something that I said in the video, that they literally want to hurt you. And if you subscribe to
touching your wiener is harmful.
Inference, which I outlined in that video as well.
Bad and
it
stuff,
also means
I guess.
that we're
I don't
correct
know.
in saying that the people pulling the strings are
It's
using
literally-
pornography as a
Pulling the
weapon
string.
against you because they know that it demoralizes you and will eventually.
I would love to see a
totally
Quinn
copy.
and
So
Zan
just keep that
duo
in
for
mind, because
political takes.
ultimately
Oh,
this
you?
channel was not
No, you don't.
started to recite decades-old arguments against
They're not gonna be that in depth.
economies. It was not started to introduce.
My video
No, not in
proved the
depth,
source
just get
me,
ranty.
John
It was
Doyle,
very simply started to
2021.
help people, and that's not a virtue
Sorry, what was
statement.
you saying?
Speaking very honestly, it's actually
I'm not in depth. I
strategy,
just get
'cause,
ranty.
obviously we care
I
about
get
other
ranty
people,
too.
but I'll share with you something that I realized a very long time ago, which is that this battle that we're in, if it were an intellectual battle, then we'd never lose, but we are.
Bullshit.
We have been for a very long time. And that's
What?
because it's a
Conservatives are
not well.
intellectual.
That's why we're losing, and so we want to help people because ultimately
John
that is the
Doyle,
pathway to success
intellectual.
for us, and that's why this channel is so heavily targeted, because they know that if we can,
You know,
heal
it's
enough people
bad
spiritually,
when you have to
we will
look
just
at John Doyle
march
and
down
think,
the
you know
field,
what?
and we just
Ben
make
Shapiro is
some
more of an
progress. We
intellectual.
just help thousands of people break
Oh,
or begin
God.
to break their pornography addictions. Imagine what that
But-
is
I don't-
going to look like. I'm thinking about getting
Maybe.
billboards too. To spread awareness. I don't
Sorry, I
know.
was
More on that
reading
later.
Legend, I
But
was
the point is
thinking
that
to
we all
myself
knew
out
that this
loud.
video was going to help a lot of people, and it has, and that's great. And just today, it was a Jacob Wool moment, but I was in a coffee shop. I was planning out these videos. I'm there for 10 minutes, and this kid comes up to me. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this because I posted on my story about it. You should definitely follow me, by the way, because I post pretty good content throughout the day. But he comes up to me, and he's like, bro, your video changed my life. I'm done with porn, bro. I'm done. Total Chad, totally high energy.
No.
Of course, this is just one side of the coin, because remember, we knew that it was going to help the
Yes,
boys take
I'm
control
sure
of
this wasn't
themselves, but we
staged
also
at
knew
all.
that we were going to get lots of
But hey, you know what? I'm
backlash
sure
from
someone that
weak,
wasn't getting
pathetic,
laid at all
degenerate men of
was
society.
completely,
We're correct,
yeah,
because,
I'm
of
not
course,
going to do
we're
porn
always
anymore.
correct. And
Sure.
it's important to note that I could have made a 2-hour video
Whatever.
about why vanilla ice cream is
Doubt on the
inherently
fact
right-wing,
that
which
a
it is,
John Doyle
and
fan
nobody
isn't
panicked
wearing a
because it's all
mask in
part of the
public.
plan. But you make
Yeah,
one
but just doubt on a
2-hour
John Doyle fan in
anti-pornography
general. But
dissertation,
you
well, then
know,
everybody
there's at least
thinks
40.
it's not
There's at
plan.
least
It highlights their degeneracy,
290,000.
insecurities, and so they have to attack it. Painfully predictable. And so I would just like to take a second to illustrate the difference.
And then everybody clapped. There you go, Hal.
Take a look at the coffee chat. I'll point out what we're all seeing. I'll point out the obvious. You've got an extremely positive canthal tilt. Those are the hunter eyes.
Sorry,
You've
at the
got a
beginning
steep
of this
angle
video,
on
What?
his
just
face,
him, like,
indicated by the sheer volume
just
of his eyebrows.
Oh, is he
verbally
making fun of that
wider set
stupid
nasal
blind
bridge.
thing?
The cope shield makes it difficult, but you can still see there's a very strong jawline present. He was about 6'1", solid shoulder to waist ratio, and so you take it.
Is
this
John
guy, you take the coffee
okay?
Chad. Now compare him to
No.
any one of the guys who got triggered by my anti-porn dissertation. I don't think I need to explain any further. I think the vindication speaks for itself here. You have the average porn fan versus the average hawk appreciator.
You have the majority of
That's all.
America
There's a
versus
strong connection
people
between your
who
spiritual
think
health and your outward appearance, and the
touching
aforementioned
yourself
dichotomy
makes
exemplifies that quite
God
well.
cry.
It's like we talked about in the video. The horseshoe theory of practical intelligence. You've got the low IQ. You're ugly.
Vanilla
The
ice is
average IQ,
vanilla
that's
ice
actually
cream
an
is
atomic
inherently
impact.
conservative
You've got the
according to
high IQ.
Doyle. I mean,
Look
true,
spiritually
I
unwell,
guess.
therefore, I will not listen.
There's a
to
lot of
you.
milk in
We'll
that.
pray for you. Who needs dopamine when you have vindication, boys?
He's trying to grab the black
The
pill
last thing I'll
crowd.
say, though, a lot of people have been
Yeah,
asking how they can
yeah.
help the channel or help what we
I
do.
don't
as
doubt
far
that
as
at
that
all.
goes. I don't know. As far as like the channel goes,
Oh,
the best thing to
Elysium,
do, go to the website.
you have not
PeckOffComedy.com,
seen
get a membership over there. That's
Doyle's
the lights on,
magnum
how it
opus
is,
of
cooler stuff, make
the
better
dangers
content.
of porn and how it's ruining America.
And I try to only talk about it like once a month.
And
or so
should be
because I don't like
banned.
plugging it, but you know, if you want to help, that's the best way, and then you get access to a bunch of cool features through the website. And we're going to be putting a lot more content on the website once we get.
Oh,
the
yes,
studio,
John Doyle.
Stu as a proxy cameraman, although calls it up and running. A lot more content.
I'm waiting
in
for his.
general.
Oh, wow,
video
Hannah.
to start.
Very exciting.
Hey,
Hannah!
thanks for the raid.
It's only a couple bucks a month.
Birthday raid.
Literally helping
Thank
bring people to
you.
our side, making them more
Hello.
disciplined.
The
birthday,
Stanas
man.
are all here.
So we're excited. And remember,
You're here for
the more memberships we
Doyle.
sell, the sooner
I am
can
so
have
sorry.
kids. So if you're curious to see what happens when I start multiplying,
Real quick.
that's the way to do it.
Real quick, hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follows. 314 Nikki, the third Archon. But yeah, Hannah rated with 125. How was the end of the stream? I was there for a bit. I told her it was your birthday. Aw, Scotty Queer, thank you. You're always so awesome. Give the Xandros PFP a click to remove the raid for... Oh, no. Yeah, Field Well, Mitchell Drummer, thank you for the follows. Snowstorm the Fox. Oh, all of you. I'm not going to be able to read all of them. They're coming through, but thank you.
Many.
Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out and just kind of tearing into Doyle's latest video because it's really dumb, and it's a great way to spend a little bit of my birthday time. Also, Void Harpy is currently the raid boss, or the stream boss. She unseated Hell. Oh no, was it Hell this time, or was it Handsomest Robot?
It was Handsomest Robot.
It was Handsomest Robot. Oh, my mod was taken off. It happens, I guess. Also, Colossus, thanks for another 50 bits. What the fuck did he do to his hair? I have no idea. Yeah, oh god. Bathes the stream in a healing light. There's no healing from this. Holy crap. Quiet 185. 500 bits.
Putting hypes in chat.
Wow. Yeah. Put the hypes in chat. Jesus. Thank you.
Hello.
My deity has no solution for this. No, not really. Alright, let's get back to the video, I guess. Just kick it back in. Keep listening to Doyle.
Still waiting for him to
Actually, jokes aside,
actually make a point.
Oh, don't. Give him time. He'll make an attempt at a point.
Things like that. I don't know too much about that right now,
Surprise,
but when I do and I'm working through those things, I think it'll be good to share with people. So,
I'm being extremely clever up here, and there's no one to stand around looking impressed. What's the point in having you all?
I love that. I'm so happy you put that in. The United States of America.
Really offering any solutions, and so I figured that I'd throw my hat in the ring, give my thoughts. But I'll start by talking about my jersey here, because I've had this Patriots sticker on my laptop for a while, and people are always like, oh, he's a Patriots fan. And so I'll explain the lore, which is basically that I'm not necessarily a Patriots fan, and I'm not even necessarily a football fan. I'm just a Tom Brady fan.
Oh, you've named your father? Oh, Squirtle Squad Rise Up. There you go.
Source of inspiration for me, because people keep being
Sorry,
like,
he's talking
Tom
about
Brady's
the lore
gonna
of
lose.
the football team.
And then Tom Brady keeps being like,
I don't know what
disagree.
he's doing.
And then the other one is that I noticed that
he's
all
being
the worst people in
Doyle.
the world consistently root against Tom Brady because he's
But thank you
white,
for all the
because
birthday
he's a Trump
wishes and the
supporter,
birthday bits
he's
and the
successful,
follows.
And leftism is
They're
fundamentally
all awesome
just
people.
the political mobilization.
There's a reason
of
I love the community we're all part of. We have so many really awesome people from across the spectrum of just amazing people.
Make this into its own 2-hour dissertation.
Also, we all hate John Doyle. It's a really unifying thing.
But I will finish by saying that as conservatives, we acknowledge and respect hierarchy. We
Unified in a hate of John Doyle.
To be aspired to,
no ravaging yet. We're mostly just having fun poking him with the stick. That's something to do before we play Among Us here in a little while.
Yeah, who spoon-fed you those narratives? The communist mainstream media. That's who.
The communist mainstream
media.
media.
NFL, how it ties into woke capitalism. I have a lot to say. I haven't been behind the desk as much
mainstream
as I would have liked to have been recently.
Oh no! Remember that thing I told you about? I think it was last night or the night before, where it came in and it said 2 words.
Closing quickly, because even
when
Brady signs to a new club after 5 years in New England and wins yet another championship
Corporate
at 43 years old,
villainous.
you have people claiming it's racist just because
that's
where
it comes from this video.
Continue, then white men aren't going to be able to be successful at anything anymore because we'll have to abdicate and yield to women and people of color, because it's not about equality of opportunity anymore, and it's not even about equality of outcome anymore. It's about everyone getting a seat at the table except the white men.
Okay, so this is the part of
it's actually
John is not happy when not about him.
Oh no, it's not happy when it's not about white people.
What they're saying is, well,
now it might be him mainly because he's a selfish piece of shit, but it's about white people.
Because that's how we solve racism. So.
Oh
and
yeah,
not women, because he's also mad about the women thing.
Yeah, he's mad about women and people of color, and especially women that are people of color. Oh man, that's a double whammy. That's extra political right there.
People who aren't white men can't be good at things. Professional sports as a whole are like disproportionately dominated by black men.
Because they earn their place, maybe?
White men are told that they have to apologize for being good at things simply because they're white, and that's dumb. So.
What? Who's...
But anyways, the
no, they fucking don't, you fucking dork. Yeah, it's all good fanboys. All good fanboys do hate John Doyle, and I think the non-fanboys do too.
This is done necessarily with malicious intent, but I'll give you 2 examples, and the first one is applicable
women
to
of
all
color.
professional sports,
Yep.
which is that they
Who, John? There you go.
What is effectively inconsequential and politically
65% of American news media is from Fox. You're not wrong.
The point is that the average American man, having been fed propaganda throughout his entire life, is sooner to take issue with someone criticizing his sports team than his state, his country, his church, etc. Like, we don't even know what it means to be a man anymore. We don't know how we're supposed to exist in society.
Okay.
Okay. We got a Quinn thing. Let's go.
From an outside perspective, just for a second, because he's talking about like propaganda, and he's suggesting that the propaganda is to not like your country.
Yeah.
Do you know how weirdly culty it looks from the outside? The Pledge of Allegiance.
Do you know how...
Forcing, not really forcing.
Well...
pressuring children to, like, promise themselves to a country they don't understand yet.
They've actually forced them to do it, too. It's not just pressuring. They've outright... You get in trouble for not doing it. They've done that at times.
Makes it worse.
It does make it worse. And trust me, you think it looks culty from the outside. What do you think about those of us that live here and have to do it? I remember growing up through school and doing it. I didn't get it, just kind of did it. And as I got older, I'm like, oh, okay. And once I got into high school, I finally just said no. And I just, when the pledge came up, I sat. I didn't stand up and do it. And yeah, I was like the only person most of the time doing it from my class. A couple people ended up kind of joining me because what the fuck is the school going to do? Yell at me?
I think I've seen things about them guilt tripping, but obviously I'm not American, so I don't have experience.
Well, here's the worst part. When I was in high school, my first year of high school, my freshman year, was 2001. I started school in the fall of 2001. In August that year. I was a freshman when 9/11 happened. So the uber patriotism was fucking real. And for several years after, especially when we got into the Iraq War. And I was a senior when that one happened. So we have this rah, American flag bullshit going on while I'm sitting in school. In high school, in some of the most prominent years of development as a person, for, here in America anyway. Because this is when you start really developing opinions and a personality and friendships that are going to tend to last longer than stuff from like junior high and younger. Those do still exist beyond, but you really start becoming more into your own as you get right up to that cusp of being an adult. During those years.
And you start noticing, hey, this thing that they make us do every day, this is really weird.
Well, when you actually start looking into it, now, my problem was, Xander's a boomer? No, but I was raised by boomers. And that's a fact. My parents were in their 60s, okay? My parents were alive before desegregation really happened, before the civil rights movement happened. I too am what some would call a zoomer. See, that's the thing. I am a millennial. My kids are the young zoomers. I have no problem with zoomers. I think you're all really cool people. I think like us millennials, you're misunderstood. I think you get a lot of shit, and the problem is you get lumped in with us. Because when they think you, they think us. Have you noticed that? Every time they talk about the little millennial snowflakes and stuff, they're talking about Zoomers a lot of the time, not even just us.
It's like millennials are in their like mid to late 20s to 30s.
Yeah, some of us are reaching 40. Oh, I need to drop off. Happy birthday! Well, thank you, Steve with the Q, for 100 bits and another divine dragoon transformation. I really gotta get something shorter for the 100. It is so long. Millennials just want to be left alone. It's us Zoomers that want to fight. No, we want to fight too. We just want to fight differently. Which I think a multi-pronged way of doing it is a good thing. The protesting, keep doing it. Keep going out there and being active. We support you. We are the ones that have to start taking responsibility and getting into government because we're of that age. So my generation needs to start taking over positions in government. Because we need to get rid of the boomers, and we gotta get rid of the Gen Xers that are not doing shit to help. So, your time right now is to be the actual out there activists. Our job is to make sure we make way for you to come into the government when it's your time and try to leave you something better. That is the responsibility of millennials right now. Is finally taking a hold of that brass ring, politically speaking, and doing something. Still go out there and protest. We'll gladly go out there and protest with you. And we'll support. And we'll spread, the information as need be. But our job, and me as a parent even, is to try to help make changes. Whether it's being politically active myself, or trying to encourage others that are better at it than me to go out there and be active, and to support that, and to spread the word, and to really help mold a good future. So that responsibility is on us now. And we really got to start taking it. And slowly we're starting to. We are slowly starting to. But sadly, the older generations are holding on still a little too tight. We still have people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s running this country. And having too much damn control. And that needs to end. And hopefully over the next several years it will. Because we need to get rid of people like Pelosi. We need to get rid of people like McConnell. All these people need to go.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was just a visceral reaction to McConnell.
Oh, no, don't worry, I do too. I look forward to the day he's no longer here. I have so many turtle soups to start spreading around on Twitter. Oh, God. I will find that scene from Ninja Turtles, the cartoon, where it says, "Tonight I dine on turtle soup." And it's going to be my Twitter feed all day. It's just finding random people and just posting it and posting it and posting it with a big smile on my face. And I won't regret it one single bit. It's okay, soon they will die. Whoa. Thank you. Not the fuck. Jesus Christ.
I mean, true.
Yeah, it is true, but just like, ow. It is true, though. Alright, let's get back to John Doyle and whatever fucking insane shit. He hasn't started complaining about Sousa Potato Head yet too much, so let's get back to that.
No, he's just complaining about propaganda making people hate.
Yeah, I don't get, like, it's anti-government propaganda being pushed by the people in charge of the government.
Who are apparently communists.
and this is dealing with the corporate aspect of it, which is even weirder. No, let's keep going down John's weird-ass rabbit hole.
We don't know what it means to be an American. We don't know what our
Have you seen the boomer counter? It counts down to when the world will be free of boomers. I mean, statistically speaking, that's kind of funny, is it? I haven't seen that, actually.
And we will live and die by it as though it's something more important than what it really is, which is...
Oh, I also don't care about sports.
Again,
Fuck
this
sports.
is not to say that sports don't bring people together or that they're unimportant.
If people like enjoy playing them,
yeah, I don't care if people enjoy them, but
them, which by the way doesn't mean that the them group
some people make a religion out of it.
Oh my god, I know. Wrestling fans are just as bad. Because you're like, all WWE, all ECW. Oh, no, I'm leaving it here, Elysium, on purpose. For copyright reasons.
In terms of gender now.
That's why I'm not switching over to the big screen.
All of that into the incredibly lucrative and totally woke enterprise of professional
sports. Don't worry, Elysium, I didn't forget. This is intentional.
We learned that America was founded
Plus, the chat's easier to see.
Genocide, and that white people owe reparations to everyone who isn't white. Oh, and also that Russell Wilson is closer to being a top 5 QB than Aaron Rodgers. Damn it, I told you we need to take kids out of schools. It's the same thing with the last Super Bowl. Politically correct tribalism. Remember the Will Ferrell ad? Beat Norway. Norway's lame. Grr, Norway. Everyone thought that's so funny. Why?
No, I didn't.
Because it was funny. Picking petty fights with other countries during one of the most widely broadcast events in the year is objectively a good bit. But ask yourself this.
Is it?
Are we ever going to see a Beat Mexico commercial?
Wow, John.
We're not. We're not going to see a let's bring our jobs back from Mexico type commercial, because that would be offensive, because Mexico isn't a white country. Poke fun at white countries and white people, just like you can only criticize white countries and white
Norway
people.
is a lot more,
does. General Motors, which
economically
is one of the biggest
profitable
companies in the country,
than
take out an
the
ad
U.S.
during the Super Bowl, which is one of the most significant events on the calendar of the United States.
It was a car commercial, John.
To be funny, and they basically get to tease the literal country of Norway, like, hey, Norway, we're gonna get you. We're gonna, we're coming to get, we're gonna get you. And then everyone's happy. We feel this manufactured sense of unity as a country.
About an ad that, like, I don't know what he's upset about this ad.
Because it makes fun of white people. And a white people country. Because Norway is 100% white. I mean, it's not, but apparently it is. We're Cannon, thank you for the follow.
I don't get it.
I gotta look this up. I got my phone here. I don't want to mess with my computer too much. It's been screaming at me, and I'd rather not. So let's go ahead, for fun, and look at what the population of Norway is. Real quick. For the sheer fucking fun. Population of Norway, 2020, is 5 million people. It's like just under 5.5, okay? The demographics of Norway, that's what we need here. Ethnicity.
You found it faster than I did.
Let's see. The last decades has always become a home of an increasing number of immigrants, foreign workers, and asylum seekers from various parts of the world. So it has a lot of steady influx of immigrants from South Asia, so Pakistanis and Sri Lankans, China, the Philippines, Russia, Greeks, Albanians, Yugoslavians, Iraqis, Kurds. I mean, it's not 100% fucking white. Immigrants constituted 14.7% of the population at the start of 2020. And 3.5% were born in Norway to 2 immigrant parents. I mean, what the fuck is he complaining about? Because he thinks it's a fucking hegemonous white? I don't get it outside of the fact that John's fucking racist.
The stats I found were from 2017, and it said 8.5% of the population was non-white.
Okay, which
means it's gone up so quickly.
Yeah, because we get a lot of immigrants for various reasons. Global warming doesn't help, and neither does wars. God damn it, train. Okay, for those that are new to my stream, trains are a constant. I can't help it. I'm near train tracks, so trains are going to come through. So, if you've got any train emotes, feel free to spam them. We do take the train here, so let's go for it. Anyway, so John Doyle is basically saying, oh, we can make fun of Norway because it's a white country, but if we can't make fun of Mexico, I can make fun of Mexico. I'm just not going to be a racist piece of shit about it. There's a difference. You can make fun of the cartel. That has a big connection with Mexico, especially with its government. We run trains here. Elysium. Phrasing. Did you hear that? Quinn?
Squeak.
Sorry, I got kids running in and out. Anyway, let's get back to John, I guess. We're only halfway through this bullshit.
Because we're mobilizing our screen people during the big game to bully a European country, but then the reality of the situation is that General Motors has a pretty bad habit of pouring jobs into other countries to displace American workers. Because as we'll talk about, woke capitalism has no ties to country. They don't care about America. They don't care about the
That wasn't woke capitalism that caused that. That was unfettered capitalism. Laissez-faire capitalism.
Silly Europeans for a minute
that
and
is literally just how capitalism works.
And so, in understanding woke
He's
capitalism,
so goddamn
we have to be clear,
dumb.
because woke capitalism doesn't mean the coffee shop in your neighborhood that has the gender-neutral bathroom signs.
Who cares?
We're basically talking
people
about
have to take a shit. Let them shit.
When the big businesses in capitalism,
all bathrooms in people's homes are unisex. Why the fuck you have a problem with them out in public?
Against us and our interests. And so, to answer the question, how do we combat woke capitalism? Some say you can boycott, as you may have noticed.
Make you a magic lad for the follow.
Some will say go woke. What is it? No, get woke.
Let
go
them
broke.
shit. There you go.
That it actually isn't true, and even if it were true, it wouldn't matter.
That is our new battle cry. Let them shit.
Losing like a little bit of money, but even that doesn't matter because what we're finding out is that people don't actually pursue what is most profitable. They pursue what is most valuable, and there is a difference because money is just a physical manifestation of value. And so what we're learning is that the Leninists occupying these companies, going woke is more valuable to them than making money. And in many cases, it's even worth losing money. We'll come back to explain the corporate Leninists, but
corporate Leninists.
How do we combat woke capitalism?
That still fucking kills me.
We can't. And the reason for that is that capitalism
is so
dumb. It is a system. It is amoral. It simply monetizes what is popular.
Yeah, you're not wrong,
also
Legend.
Creates and supplies demand. And so it's
Liza's right. Bathrooms are a very terrible place to do the stuff they imply that people do in bathrooms.
To solve, assuming that we can even solve it. And that problem is that we have monetized our own self-destruction.
He's only ever been in the basement or in the subway, hasn't he?
Most importantly,
I guess.
Demand for it.
That's the only two places he's ever been. He's never learned anything from anywhere.
Just as demand leads to supply, supply can also lead to demand. Like you can put things in front of people that they didn't know that they wanted or that they didn't know even existed, and you can create demand for it. And it's even easier to do that with information. In the marketplace of ideas, because when you control the narratives and the flow of information, which they do, you can make people believe pretty much everything.
The ominous they.
The ominous they. The all-powerful they.
But more importantly, you have the masses.
The two genders, urinal and WC.
Think for themselves. And frankly, they don't even have any interest in thinking for themselves. Like so much of right-wing discourse is centered around please can you read these statistics proving that Black Lives Matter is predicated upon a lie? Bro, please can you debate me on this subject so I can own you?
Oh,
and it's like,
no.
No one cares. They post a black square on Instagram because the screen people told them to. You're swiping up actually, if you read the independently conducted
right-wing people being like, hey, here's the actual evidence.
That's great, but the average person doesn't care. And they will just conform.
Here's the thing. He's complaining about,
which is why
the
this isn't brainwashing.
Fucking woke company shit. And look,
it's not, like, if the
companies have a lot of dumb lib takes. We get it.
Brainwashing to control
we hate the dumb shit they do too here on the left.
Of gender, family
They're
structure,
dumb.
life, morality, and what have you. It's actually the opposite.
But to him, there isn't
rainbow
like,
capitalism is bullshit.
To him, it's
expansion of the power
the people who are correct and the commie scum.
The commie scum.
Information, because that's not how life was meant to be lived. But
trust me, I know the people in chat were having fun with tankies earlier.
Intellectually, so that our kids and grandkids don't have to worry about it so intensely.
It was a tanky watch today.
I'm using that term loosely to describe a broader reality, which we'll get into. But basically, the timeline of leftist history is a cycle of exponentially more complex mental gymnastics where you take a theory and then you make a prediction based on it, and then when the prediction doesn't happen, you just double down and explain how your theory is actually still correct, and then you repeat this.
You mean like Trump supporters?
I was gonna say, like all of the shit that they came out with around the election.
And doomsday Christians?
Didn't happen. And so Lenin came through.
How many times have we heard the end is nigh on a specific date, and then the world keeps going?
There's like one specific person on YouTube who predicts it like every week or something, and then it doesn't happen.
Goes woke that it's because there was a Marxist scholar behind the decision.
That's so dumb.
Sure, like, some of these people in these positions that are pushing for this stuff are legitimate Marxists, but the vast majority.
Yes, cut away from the Dr. Seuss book before you realize how really racist those depictions are.
These things to be pushed and to enter the mainstream, that's a different discussion. Because the people at the top, they
can definitely. Why is that? That's definitely something to be afraid of here.
Why is that? Because ultimately, wokeness is good for big business.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, Elysium.
It's definitely not good for the economy. But it is certainly
when Xbox sent me a notification, notice me senpai. Yeah, that's pretty damn cringe.
They know that this coalition
that's awful.
Probably going to piss off a lot of their customers in the meantime, but ultimately it's going to bring them more power and more wealth because it's going to consolidate the majority coalition in this country to be.
Yes, it's called people who are right.
Narrative is.
As in correct.
People are so delusional that they think that they're the counterculture despite having the support of every institution in society.
No. Okay. I think it was Hannah that said this best. There's no counterculture here in the U.S. There's just two cultures. There's the culture we're part of that deals with reality, common sense, empathy. And then the other people that are part of Doyle's side of things, which deals with conspiracies, made up bullshit, and frankly, very dangerous ideas and guns.
And the weird alt-right pipeline on YouTube.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's these two cultures that are coexisting, but not peacefully, and they kind of can't, because they're constantly just butting up against each other. Every day of every hour, it goes on. There's no counterculture. A good chunk of the country is just out of their fucking minds. And this is to say that all right-wingers are QAnon. A lot of them fucking are, but not all of them. There are some people out there that just are wrong, but they're not, fucking fascists. They're not so far off their fucking rocker that they're in the next goddamn galaxy. They're just people who have a different opinion on things, and they're wrong. That's it. But so many of them are just hateful, fear-mongering, propagandist dipshits like John. And some are worse, like fucking Andy No.
And they just drag people further down with them.
And they do, you're right. They do. And it just keeps getting worse and more extreme and more extreme. And then on, the opposite side, you do still have people that do take it too far. You do have your tankies still on our side. You do have the people still want to go that extreme and be violent and overthrow, just as you see it on the other side with the fascists. I mean, you have authoritarians on both sides. The problem here is that's not the majority on the left, but it's getting to be a bigger chunk on the right. and it's getting more dangerous. And people like Doyle keep pushing it and stoking that fire. And then they start rallying around the dumbest shit. Like this. Fucking Dr. Seuss. All they're doing, they're complaining about capitalism. One second.
Okay.
Sorry, it was someone was letting me know that apparently my niece had hurt herself and was on her way to the hospital. So
I heard it.
Yeah, I know you did. The chat didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I muted Mike in chat. Sorry. Yeah, she cut her head apparently. My sister's taking her to the hospital, and they're gonna meet out there. So that's all it is. So nothing too serious. Just maybe some stitches. So kids in my family tend to be pretty durable for a time. I remember splitting my head open once. It was forehead first, right into the corner of a handrail. And it was like an L-shaped handrail, complete metal, and I hit the corner, straight dead middle of my head. And
yeah.
I still have the scar there, a little bit. You can still kind of see it in a certain light.
Someone fell down the stairs, like, just in front of our house once, and hit his head, and Jesus, that bleeds.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, there's so many blood vessels there. That's why in stuff like wrestling, they blade. Or at least they used to. They started cutting that out a lot more. They don't go around, doing that anymore as much. Oh, thank you.
All right.
No, it's the love in chat. I was saying thank you. All right, let's get back to the Doyle stuff. Sorry about the interruption. It was just family stuff.
What are the consequences of wokeness? Mass immigration, feminism, also known as increased supply of labor, also known as decreased cost of labor.
Okay, you heard that, right?
Americanism, also known as erosion of
sovereignty. Did you hear that?
Also known as global free trade, which has been bankrupting our country.
Okay, I'll replay that part.
Delusional that they think that they're the counterculture, despite having
listen to what he says when he gets to women.
In society. What are the consequences of wokeness? Mass immigration, feminism, also known as increased supply of labor, also known as decreased cost of labor.
Did you catch that?
So he doesn't want women working.
There you go. Women working bad. Women
assist. Does he realize that if average John Doyle household, a man and a woman with 2 kids, if the man is the only one working, that household is in poverty. Those kids aren't eating.
Mm-mm.
It's not like the 1950s, John.
The 1950s weren't like the 1950s.
No.
Back in the kitchen, womans, you be my sandwich artist, ooh woo. God damn it, Liza. Oh no, sorry, I was Lexa Black. Sorry, it's the blue. It threw me off. It's blues and L's. I am sorry. Liza, I besmirched your name. I am sorry. I just don't get... How can John be so fucking sexist and racist so brazenly, and YouTube and not have taken him off yet? I don't get it.
Care.
YouTube doesn't.
YouTube cares about what makes it money.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But it's like, he violates the fucking TOS so many times. Him and so many others. And he still comes in and says this shit. You know the majority of the people that watches his stuff are fucking, like, MGTOW or not having sex people. I can't use the word anymore.
Like him.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mean virgin.
No, I know what you mean.
I know you know what I mean. I'm just saying, for those watching that may not get it. I have to be careful because Twitch doesn't like certain words anymore. But they're fine with racists and bigots on their site. Huh, Twitch? Sorry, there's a big alt-right thing going on with Twitch now.
Oh, really? What?
Yep, it's seeping over here from YouTube, where a lot of alt-right asshats are coming over here and viewing their content on here. So the pipeline is now stretching over from YouTube to Twitch.
Gross.
And Twitch ain't doing shit. There's a fucking course they're not. But here nor there, that's where we're at with that.
You can't see like a woman's shoulders in the thumbnail.
No, we can't have that. How dare? They might show an ankle next, and then what do we do?
Heaven forbid.
That's like cleavage for feet.
Oh God.
We can't have that shit here. No. Well, pretty sure you can still say them as long as you aren't using them as... I was using it as a pejorative, though. That's why I didn't say it. Liza, no. Can't do that. No, trust me, he's already scarred for life. Ooh, ankles, how scandalous. True.
Promotion of anti-Americanism.
There are shoes with feet cleavage. There are.
Also known as global free trade, which has been bankrupting our country for decades. Because
that's capitalism's
no
fault.
To our country or to its people, just to their money.
Doyle.
And while we have to deal with the
free trade is a capitalism problem.
They can just live in gated communities. They can go live somewhere else. They are post-national. They have evolved past the concept of a nation or a homelander, so they think. They're globalists. And so given this, I would present two simple rules. The first one being that the state can either rule
I do have
over
a question.
Sure.
Why is globalism bad?
Because then you can't be tribalistic.
Okay, but it means everyone works together.
But you can't be better than other people. Hey, Seculoid! Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the channel. We're making fun of John Doyle right now, before we do Among Us here in a bit. But yeah, no, when it comes to people like Doyle, who scream about the globalists, it's this bullshit American exceptionalism issue. And it's also the same with a bunch of other countries. Like, even the UK has this issue, because otherwise you wouldn't have had Brexit.
Yeah. Oh God, no, we're not talking about Brexit.
No, we're not. But I'm saying that's just my example of the whole problem with globalism that they have. It's collectivism is bad, and that there's still that rugged individualism, and that's a real big issue here in the States. So globalism is antithetical to that, in their eyes, completely. I mean, you could still have individualism in a more globalist society.
It just comes across as like you're cutting off your own arm. You're just making things harder for yourself.
What is it? Cutting off your nose to spite your face, I think is the old saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, PragerU is globalist grifter, that is. Yes. Yes, PragerU is definitely that. I'm sorry, I still can't over that video PragerU did. That's the sidetrack thing I don't want to get into. Oh, yes, the evil slaves. God, fucking PragerU. Anyway, so the big globalist issue is just rugged individualism and American exceptionalism. And it's just that staunch, I don't want to help people mentality that has taken hold on a lot of people here in the U.S. when it comes to the right, and even to the center a bit. Screen people in lab coats is also, also that, yeah.
Please ignore all the help that other countries have offered to the US when the US wouldn't help itself.
But we're the richest country in the world. I mean, we can't do a lot of the things they do in other countries, but we're so rich and powerful that we can't do these things that would help people.
We're the richest country in the world. We're the best country. What's that? You want some aid because there's been a pandemic and you've been out of work? England's doing 80% furlough, which means people get basically almost their entire wage even though they're not working. No, we might give you a stimulus check, a one-time stimulus check. What is this bullshit?
Yeah, really. We're waiting on the next one now. I think they finally approved it. It's just gotta wait for Biden to sign the 1.9 trillion American relief plan. And it's $1,400.
It shouldn't have taken this long.
It shouldn't be $1,400. It should be more. And it shouldn't be one time. It should be monthly. But that's not what's happening. Because there's still that aspect of you can work hard and get places. Because these are the same kind of people. The people in charge now, the fucking Dems, fucking libs, are the same people that look at these stories of kids, raising money to help another kid with medical bills or something as inspiring, instead of how fucking horrifying it is that kids have to do that to help other kids with medical bills.
It's just downright dystopian.
It is. It's fucking disgusting. But then you have people that are left, quote unquote, going, "Oh my god, this is the most amazing thing. Look how, such an entrepreneur. It's great. Fantastic."
It's so nice that this child with brain cancer is earning money by selling lemonade for her own surgeries. Definitely not dystopian.
Yeah.
We're not living in a hellscape.
No, not at all.
Also, Manneking's comment.
Let's see. Quinn, we've had 2 now, and a 3rd on the way. You're getting greedy and asking for too much now. Yeah.
Someone working full-time minimum wage here gets about £1,000 a month while they're not working.
And if they want to do it with debt forgiveness, rent, mortgage, medical, student, etc., sure, that would be okay. But of course they wouldn't do that. No, they fucking wouldn't. Why would they? Their donors don't want that. It's called perseverance porn. Exactly. Fucking exactly. And it's awful. If my kids ever have to go through something like that or try to help another kid that way, first of all, my kids would be awesome for taking it in their own hands to do it. But it'd be awful because they shouldn't have to. The society should be helping each other. Sorry, I needed a drink.
That's cool.
Yep. Oof. It was all the voice work I was doing with Ace Attorney earlier. You can ask
I was streaming, I missed it.
You can ask Manneking. He was around for some of it.
I can go watch the VOD.
Yeah, that too. You can watch the VOD and watch me horribly fail at it. I even tee-heed. But it just aggravates me that everybody, like John, complains about globalism. And it's like, okay, we get it. You don't want to be fucking helpful and altruistic. You want to be a greedy, selfish piece of shit. We get it. And we look forward to firing your corpse out of a cannon into the fucking ocean at some point. But still.
The ocean doesn't deserve that.
I mean, maybe. But fish gotta eat too.
Good point, actually.
Who knows? Fine. Who knows? The skeletons of the dead could become the new coral reefs of the world. Plenty of places to swim through. Just saying. Let them biodegrade, and you got some eco-friendly coral places going here. You know, artificial coral. Let's see. Sorry. Whenever someone uses me as an example of someone working hard despite their disability, I put them on blast. Fuck them. Good. You should. Every time. Yeah. Every time. How dare you? It would add to the salt levels of the ocean. Yeah? Yeah? In more ways than one. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the video. We still got another 10 minutes.
Economy can either rule over the state. Someone's going to be at the top of the power hierarchy, and it's either going to be the state or big business. The problem with big business is that we can't even vote them out. The amount of power that big business has over you and me in this country would be the focal points of a wet dream for a dictator of days past. What does this mean?
Yes. Well, yes. Fucking Mao.
Able to guarantee my freedom of speech.
Truly a corporate.
Oh my god.
They should have that power before some woke tech company has the power to take it away under the guise of private companies.
He was literally voting for someone that was
and secondly, that politics
using
is downstream
that
from
power.
Culture. Culture can also be downstream from politics. It isn't just a one-way street.
I know.
Right? Now,
he votes for the fucking billionaire.
Experiment. Just ask yourself.
Well, former billionaire.
Is it at least possible that the United States of America, like many other nations throughout the history of the world, will reach a point where it will be impossible to salvage her?
Trying to silence John.
That's right. The train is revolting against John's bullshit, trying to drown it out.
Society will do that damage.
It's based train.
Is it at least possible that, given that we have spent the last century losing the culture, that we don't have enough time or power to take back the culture, which would influence our politics?
Or the culture's just changing, and you're trying to preserve something that doesn't need to be preserved.
Is it at least possible that the only path forward is to win elections? Now,
he was complaining about losing culture because of like outside influences. I'm sorry, the Native Americans would like to speak to you.
Correct. So true. So true. I don't know. Let's continue the thought experiment.
Also, all of
Given
the
that
Africans,
our old attitude of
the
don't
African
use
Americans
power,
specifically,
because that's what the left
who
would
don't
do.
know what
And even while they're doing it and beating
country
us,
they
we're
came
actually
from.
winning because we
I mean,
have
First
our
Nation
principles.
peoples
We're
in general
beautiful
here
losers.
in the
Given
U.S.
that
and
hasn't
Canada
worked out
and
at all, and given that,
and
or
Mexico,
assuming that,
everywhere.
Assuming that
was
we
colonized
care
by
more
Spain
about the
and
future of
Britain
the country that our children
and
will grow up
France.
in than we do about these abstract
Sorry
principles,
about that.
which might I remind you are literally
Yeah,
the reason
we have to
your
blame the
children are
Brits
being
on this.
indoctrinated
Okay,
into questioning
when it
their
comes to Native
gender,
Americans,
into
it's the
abandoning
Brits' fault.
God, into hating you,
They started
and
it.
into hating themselves if they're white.
Because they
Do
sent
you
their
understand
shitty
how
people
incredible
to,
that is?
I
That
think it
they
was
shifted
Sweden
the
first,
literal
and then they
United
left Sweden and
States of
came here.
America, the greatest nation in the
Puritans.
history of the
Sweden
world,
didn't
to
want
where it is now in less
Sweden
than 100
didn't want the
years. Can you
Puritans.
believe that? How did they do it? They did it
They
because
were-
we
they
have
were like
good
John
people
Doyle.
representing us, so-called conservatives, who in effect have conserved nothing except their status as losers. And I don't need to remind you that when you
Call
lose
himself a
in politics,
loser?
it doesn't
What?
just mean, we'll get him next time. No, it
talking
actually
about
means that you and I are going
conservatives,
to have
quote
our lives
unquote.
destroyed. Literally. We don't exist in
he
their
is.
version of the future. They don't want unity. They don't want us. So
No, we don't want
where do we
fascists.
go?
You're right.
What do you think? What do you give
Islands,
the opposition
islands,
throughout
off in the
history?
distance.
Think about it. But anyways, given all that, is it at least possible that the only way forward, assuming that there is a way forward, is to elect people to represent us who are capable and not afraid of wielding power the same way that our enemies have done to us in the last 100 years? Is it at least possible?
You mean
I
giving
don't know.
people
It's
health
just a
care?
thought experiment. I think I used the word
Minimum wage?
perhaps accidentally.
Vaccines?
I've
That
just operated
sounds-
under the assumption that
that just
whoever
sounded
wants
like
to
a
take my
fight
rights
fire
away
with
is my
fire
enemy,
thing.
and given that the
Yeah.
communists have no allegiance to my country,
you
I
just
don't
have
exactly
more
know
fire.
if I should grant them the exemption of countrymen.
Now, did you hear
Are
that?
you seriously suggesting that communists shouldn't be allowed to indoctrinate tens of millions of people into supporting the destruction of the United
Communists,
States and its constitution,
TM,
and its economy, and its
shouldn't
culture,
be
and
considered
its history, and its way of
citizens.
life, and its language, and its values, and its future? That's not very conservative
Anytime
of
he
you.
implies
yeah,
that communists
right, 'cause
are in
if there's
charge,
one thing
just
I've learned
makes my
studying
I know.
politics is
Giggle.
It's like, have you looked at the
actually
fucking people in
wanting to
charge?
conserve the country isn't conservative. No one actually wants to.
Amy
conserve-
Klobuchar is a communist now.
Still a staple of American culture.
Bullshit.
Conservatives think that they can just like let all the little things go. They can just prepare to conserve all the important things, but then
Yes,
they just
the
go
fr-
ahead and
the
don't
free
conserve
speech.
those either. But the reality is that you have to defend everything. It's the horseshoe theory yet again.
Yes, it's a
You've
bullshit
got the low
theory, we
IQ
know.
People like, no, not potato head, damn it. And then you've got the average IQ people like, are you really upset about a potato?
Yeah.
Then you've got the high IQ people like apathy. towards
Corporate
imperialism
Leninists,
results
correct.
inevitably in absolutism. Oreo is pro-trans.
Okay.
Who cares? Me. You actually have to stand up. I'm inclined to think that they would have just
But
kept
the
it.
Mr. Potato
Head
thing
gendered.
isn't. It's not just Potato Head. It says on the box Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, respectively.
Yeah, they just went to a gender-neutral rebrand for the line. Because like, you have the Mr. Potato Head line, but you had Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head down below. It's like, well, if it's Mr. Potato Head, how is it Mrs. Potato Head? You see what I mean? Like, I want a
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head, and you get confused which one you're getting. Here's the thing. They're toys. They're just
They're
toys.
just- it's just rebranding to make it like work a little bit better.
Yeah,
Oh
it's-
no!
Yeah, it's like they're toys that you put their face parts in their ass. Okay? Why are you bitching about a Mr. or a Miss on the front of the box as the main branding? I don't get it. I don't get this.
They get
I
so
can't
worked
even.
up over the weirdest shit.
And I get worked up over dumb shit. Don't get me wrong. I get worked up over dumb shit. You can ask Faye. I've gotten worked up over movies. And I do, because it's just something I have fun with. And I'm passionate when I get angry about something if I don't like it. But there's a difference between having an opinion on something, being angry, and looking at Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and then rebranding and thinking, this is a culture war. They're coming for us. They're going to take over the corporate Leninists. They're going to destroy us all. They're going to get rid of the white people.
Literally crying over a plastic potato.
They're fear-mongering over a plastic potato. That's what's really fucking terrifying. Oh, no. Amy Klobuchar is a fucking liberal, neo-lib, corporatist all the fucking way. It was very much sarcasm, trust me. Don't worry, Elysium. It's just funny how fucking absurd Doyle is when this whole fucking Leninists, communists are in charge of corporations. It's like, have you fucking seen Bobby Kotick, the guy in charge of Activision? The dude is so rich, and the company has avoided taxes so long, they get money from us. They make money during tax season. They don't pay a fucking dime. They pay negative taxes. Bobby Kotick is one of the most overpaid CEOs in the country. And that's not just me saying it, that is an actual fact that has been acknowledged, that he is overpaid. And Doyle, this dipshit, is saying that he is a communist. Do you get why I can never take John Doyle seriously, outside of how fucking seriously I hate him? Because he hurts my fucking brain.
It's just frustrating because the way he talks,
Gish galloping?
It's like, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Where you basically just word phrases to make yourself sound
No.
smarter.
It's throwing a bunch of points back to back to back and keep talking a lot. It's what fucking, God, why am I forgetting his name? Banana Man.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Comfort. It's the shit he does.
Ray Comfort.
That's what fucking Doyle does. And he gaslights people. Because he gaslights dumb people. And then they go, oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, definitely. I don't fall in line with parties. I am lib left. I get confused when people on the left talk about lib tiers. I'm not correct. Because there's a difference between when we say liberal left, it usually means centrists and corporatists.
Yeah.
People that are maybe center left at best. Whereas a lot of us are farther left. I would put myself more into the soc dem. Is probably where I'm at on that spectrum. I think Quinn's farther. Yeah, I'm saying Quinn's farther left than me.
I've hit the wall.
No, you're not a tanky. You're not one for violent overthrow.
No.
That's what I'm saying. You're not a tanky.
But I don't think that I think that's arguable whether that's further right or not.
Oh no, it's further left. Tankies are the full authoritarian.
Yeah, it's plus authoritarian. ANCOM is like literally the opposite of that.
Yeah,
was my point.
Well, it's the opposite on the up down, not the left right. That's what I was looking at. It's still farther left on that political spectrum. Tankies aren't just left; they are also north. That is that is what Quinn was pointing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying
I was just saying it with dumb words.
Stop being mean to yourself.
No, I was being mean to my mouth.
Don't do that either. We're playing Among Us here in a little bit. You know what'll happen if you keep being mean to yourself? I'll have to teach you a lesson. I'll have to teach you a lesson. I'll have to hunt you down.
No, see, I'm gonna be imposter every time.
Well, yeah, if you live past the first round.
Last time.
I know, that was so funny playing Among Us, and not once did you get imposter the entire time we played, even when we started doing hide and seek. That was great. I murdered you all so much when I finally got to be imposter after the main game. Sucked him is where I should, but I don't like being in parties. I'm next to Sanders and ASC. That's pretty much right on the socked him. Yeah. I mean, I don't identify as a Democrat at all. I'm an independent. It's just I have to vote Dem most of the time because that's all that fucking runs around where I'm at. We don't have a lot of independents, technically. They're independent in the sense they don't have to affiliate with a party where I live in the U.S., in Ohio. But usually they are part of a party. And it's always Republican or Democrat. And a lot of Ohio has a lot of Republican representation with little to no Dem representation. There are fucking positions in my city and in my county that go unopposed year after year. And we keep having right-wing people in there. One of my family members is part of that system. I actually have a cousin through my dad's side of the family. It's one of his direct cousins, so around the same age. He's a judge. And I think he just got a county seat for a judge not too long ago. This last election. So, trust me, I know how the system is really fucked up. Alright, here it comes to political parties. And I wish there was more valid third-party options. I do. I actually would love to have more like the British parliamentary system when it comes to the multiple parties. Not strictly the same the exact same thing, but I would like more diversification in our political parties.
I will say,
more.
We do have a lot of political parties, and that is nice, but There's like 3 main ones. One of them will almost never win, so it's basically a two-party system. Yeah, Lib Dems basically never win.
Yeah, we don't need more Tony Blairs.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the best candidate for like the only time in my lifetime we've like the libs have been.
It was the post-Thatcher era, to be fair. The post-Thatcher the Thatcher era was bad, and then you had what was the name of the guy that took over after her? That was still
I don't remember. I wasn't alive.
I only know about it because of fucking Spitting Image.
Oh yeah, I've never watched that.
I watched classic era Spitting Image. So, you know.
Well, we need a ranked voting system.
Yes.
That is the only way to fix it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then anyone who wants to vote for independence, like I would usually vote for Green, but I can't vote for Green because it will never win.
Yeah.
But if there was a ranked voting, I could always put that at the top and then follow with like Labour and everything.
Sorry, kids are getting ready to go to bed, so it's might be loud for a minute.
That's cool.
So I was warning in the chat. Anyway, let's get back to Doyle crying over Seuss and potato heads, I guess. More parties can be complicated, but better than to... Yeah, it definitely could be more complicated. But I think people will have better coalitions. Sorry, hang on a minute. I'm going to mute the mic on chat. 1 second.
Cool.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, you know how it is. Parenting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, but...
Well, I know. Some of the people in chat, I'm sure, do. Good night. I love you.
My father.
Sweet dreams. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Neutral if people hadn't gotten
the coalitions could exist
but
alone
even
is
the
worth it.
compromise is a loss for us. Even the idea of, hey, we're going to keep Mr. Potato Head, don't worry, but we're also just going to add more gender-neutral potatoes. And then conservatives go, phew, as long as I can keep Mr. Potato Head, I'm okay.
They're still crying. What are you talking about, Doyle?
We all knew that even though they're potatoes, even though they don't have any discerning features, we all still knew that they're Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head. Everybody knew that. But now as they have their 21st century rebrand, our children are being introduced to these ideas through their toys. This idea of, well, if this potato wants to be this
both
gender,
of them. You can just mix and match, so it doesn't matter.
It can be, and it can marry the other potato. Any potato it wants. Look, there's no difference between them. They're all just potatoes. And again, that's true, but what's happening here is what's intended to happen here, which is why they did this in the first place. And you know that this is true because LGBT organizations are celebrating this as a victory. So they'll say, what? No, you're crazy. They're just potatoes.
Really?
But then they're actually celebrating
Apparently
this
some
because
are,
they know what it's going to do, which is teach children
libs.
the framework for what they will then be taught thoroughly
I'm
when they get to
non-binary,
school,
and I couldn't
which
give a
is
shit.
that there is no difference between boys and girls. Not mentally, not
I can't say much. I'm a
behaviorally,
dirty cishet.
nothing. And if there is, it's only because of social constructs. The only difference
It's
between
fine, you're
boys
a
and girls
token.
is
I'm the
your
token, yeah.
reproductive organs, and even those don't
I have
discriminate
opinions,
between
but they're
girls.
just, you know.
That's up to you. Anyone can be a boy if they want to be. Anyone can be any
Yes.
gender they want to be.
Yes.
None of this has to make sense
Yes.
because
It makes sense, though. That's the problem. You're just an idiot.
And the iron law of propaganda is that the earlier you start conditioning, the less it actually has to make
Like
sense.
going to church as a
That's
kid,
the whole point.
right,
You
John?
got the Miss Monopoly feminist wage gap propaganda game. It's literally
Okay,
about
Miss Monopoly.
brainwashing
No
the
one liked
masses,
Miss
starting
Monopoly.
as young
Libs
as
did.
possible to be a member of the homogenous coalition
yeah.
of woke that can be mobilized at an
Radfems.
instant to give power and wealth away from the American people.
Like, he
to
worries about the
ruling class
cringiest
via
fuckers on the
privatized
left,
propaganda
rather than,
apparatus
like,
that
the
own
majority
control
of us
by
are
that
like,
same
yeah,
ruling class.
no,
But
this
hey,
is dumb too.
At least it's not explicitly the government, right? Right, conservatives? China's brainwashing Muslims. What the heck? Meanwhile, American children are internalizing the same genre of harmful propaganda, but it's okay because
No.
it's mostly being done by private companies.
Wait, no!
I don't want
Pause.
Yeah, yeah,
Did he just
yeah.
suggest that, like, advertising things like Mr. Potato Head as just potato heads is as bad as what China is doing to the Uyghurs?
To the Uyghurs?
I have no idea how to
It's
pronounce
Uyghurs.
that. I've only ever seen it read, seen it written.
Yeah, it's Uyghurs. I'm pretty sure that was the
Okay.
correct pronunciation. It was like a "w" sound. It's like Uyghurs. But
Okay.
yes, that is exactly how I was comparing it. That it's the same kind of propaganda, that teaching children about how gender works, and that You can be a boy. You can be a girl. You are how you feel. You don't have to be a boy or girl either. You can be gender fluid. You can be whatever you want in that aspect, as long as it's who you are. It's how you feel who you are. That matters, because your identity matters to you. It's important. And that is the same as China is doing.
That is apparently as bad as forced sterilizations and re-education.
And concentration camps.
In literal concentration camps.
Yeah. Same thing to John Doyle. Yeah.
Chinese telling the Muslims what to think, damn it. Hey, Dad, I saw the same thing on TV about us, and we talked about it in school, and no, not now, son. I'm trying to explain what I heard on Fox News. What's the recent example? Hyatt got backlash for trying to justify that it hosted CPAC in Orlando. Sure. Keep in mind that's the exception, not the rule.
His conservative stereotype, the bad conservative stereotype is literally
CPAC
what
is
he's
very
doing.
basic tier conservatism, very establishment, very tip of the iceberg, and apparently we can't even have that. Even that is unacceptable.
No, it's not, though. It was fucking QAnon levels, John, you fuckwits.
It's not because they're hypocrites.
I didn't see anything to do with CPAC.
Oh god, it was bad.
I know about the Nazi symbol
They
that
don't
was
want
in it.
unity. They don't want you. We have nothing
And
in
Ted
common
Cruz is
anymore.
freedom!
There's nothing under which we
Bullshit.
can unify. It's irreparable. At this point, we're basically just fighting for control over the economy, the military, and the geography of the country. That's why we actually have to support the companies who are still American companies, not post-national companies, not even transnational companies, American companies. That's the most important factor when I take sponsors.
Jesus Christ.
So keep that in mind. They're taking a risk by actually prioritizing the American people.
Yes, they're taking a risk
Yours truly.
of making
iTarget's
money.
A great example. They make a sled that integrates with your smartphone to allow you to do dry fire training with almost any of your guns from your own house.
Oh, he's just slipped back into ad. Okay.
Woke capitalism by boycotting. But as we've explained, the reality is much worse than that, which is that woke capitalism, properly understood,
Or some blatant outline
consolidation
Nazi
of a
symbol.
woke
Yeah.
coalition that seeks to impulsively sacrifice wealth.
Yeah, they did do
power
that.
to the ruling class because they've been convinced through propaganda that it's in their best interest. It is the monetization of the destruction of our country, literally. The day-to-day might just be, oh, Mr. Potato Head's now.
I forget what the actual symbol was. It wasn't a swastika, but I know the symbol was.
Hey guys, if you like this video, leave it
It
a
was
thumbs
a
up, leave it a
Norse
comment,
rune
subscribe to the
that
channel,
was
turn on
adopted
post
by
notifications,
that's
and
what
of
it
course,
was.
share the video with a friend.
Because
We
the
love that.
Nazis
We love sharing
like
the video
taking
with a friend.
symbols from
What's that?
other
What's that, you
nations
ask?
and
Of
pretend
course.
that they're
Oh,
theirs.
am I going to bring the Garand to the new studio? Oh, you're right. I guess I'm going to have to leave it here. You know,
These
I'm
bits
actually
are so
sad to hear you
cringy.
say that. I
Well,
am sad
that's
to hear
John
you
Doyle
say
in a
that
nutshell.
Because
He's
you're
cringy.
assuming that I only had one. Do you know how big of a problem hentai is? Do you know how big of a problem Japanese cartoon porn is? You think I'd only have one Garand?
Quote-unquote problem.
This will defend it. Thank you so much for watching, and may God bless America.
John Doyle. You are the gift that keeps on giving. You bring me such anger, aggravation, brain atrophy. And you know what? You're still more of a dork than I am. And I take solace in that. That I am cooler than John Doyle.
I'm pretty sure the last time I watched Jake talk about John Doyle, he was talking about, like, shoving him into a locker.
I wouldn't waste my time doing that. He's not worth shoving into a locker. He's not worth giving a swirly to. He's the kid you ignore. He's the one you sit around and you let him sit by himself, stewing in his own bullshit. Just sitting there, seething.
Comes into school in a full suit.
Goes home to his parents. Oh, it was a great day at school. Yeah. I have so many friends. It's great. I would say I want to sit on him with my fat ass, but he would probably like that. Oh, God. Don't encourage stuff like that. Handsome Robot will jump in. It was Handsome Robot who has this thing about wanting to turn Doyle into his little twink toy, right?
Yeah, it's a robot.
It was Handsome Robot who has the weird Doyle kink, and I don't get it. Handsome Robot, why?
Is he in chat?
He was earlier. I'm pretty sure.
I don't
Robot and I are going to share him. Mana King, no. Yes. Oh, Elysium didn't realize it. Yeah, this is John Doyle. This is the twink chud that Nancy's Robot's always talking about. Yeah. This motherfucker. And I don't get it. I can't help it, okay? I don't know why I find him so cute, but I do. God.
King, why? Just...
I mean, we're not kink-shaming you, but do you just have a conservative kink? Is that it? Like you want to save him from his chuddiness? And you think you can bang it out of him? Is that what we're getting here? Because I don't get it otherwise. Like, I promise I can save you from the queue. Just love me.
Change him.
Jeez, I just don't get it. He is kind of cute, but he's too ew to touch. See? Okay, Liza won't touch John. Liza's turning down. You can bang the Republican out of men. Oh, there goes Liza. God damn it.
That sounds like you're advertising a product. Bang the Republican out of your man today with Femipene.
Oh, God. Heck off, Kumi.
Oh, no.
Goddamn it, Colossus. But hey, you know what? We all have our attractions, I guess, and we can't help it sometimes. So, I get it. But still, why Doyle?
It's like people are into, like, Abby and Ben Shapiro.
Look,
I don't get that
I can understand. I can understand why people look at Abby Schumer and think, "Wow, she's hot." I get it; she is attractive, but the personality is fucking awful. No, she is cute. That doesn't mean I would have anything to do with her beyond that. Like, oh, she's cute. Yeah, too bad she's a piece of shit. Like, the personality completely turns me off, and I'm like, no, I don't care. Like, I don't. It's like, I know how some people are like, oh, she's awful, and then fantasize about burying their head in their chest. Like, that's not how I am. If the personality is too shit, I don't care. I just completely shut off from it. I can appreciate somebody being attractive to me without being like, oh yeah, I so want to be with them. It's a weird thing with me. I know how to completely cut it off beyond just like, yes, yeah. I acknowledge they're attractive, but I wouldn't fuck them.
I don't know. Maybe it's the demi part of me.
It very much might be.
Anyone like that, I'm just like, yeah, no, you're not attractive.
Yeah, I'm saying the personality detracts from the attractiveness severely. It's like you're physically attractive, but the personality just completely negates it. So it's whatever. Everyone has their things. Ben 2, they are terrible human beings. Correct. Terrible human beings. I don't think she's cute because she just looks like Ben. She looks like Ben in a wig. See, I can look at them and think I can see the similarities. But I don't think they look that much alike, but there is the similarities. I get it. But I don't look and think John Doyle in a wig.
They look like twins to me.
They don't to me. It's kind of like me and my sister. We look a lot alike in a lot of ways in facial features, but we're not twins. Just because we're 3 years and a day apart. And yes, tomorrow is my sister's birthday, actually. It's weird. She was
exactly a year and a day apart is amazing.
Well, 3 years.
Oh, sorry, 3 years.
Yeah, she was a preemie.
I heard the end of day part.
And a day, the one day, yep. Saying if personality and stuff is awful, big nope. Even if the person is otherwise conventionally attractive. Yeah, okay, Lexa gets me.
Yo.
Another Kiryu-chan from Colossus. Thank you for the 20 bits.
Ooh.
Raid in about 5 seconds. From who? Oh, from you, right? No.
Ooh.
Oh, electrical longboard. Thank you for the raid of 35. Welcome to the channel. We were just
a triple raid today.
I know. We were just making fun of John Doyle for a little bit, which is easy to do. Welcome to the channel. We're just kind of hanging around right now. It's kind of chilling. We're going to be playing some Among Us here pretty soon. So we have several people in chat who are going to join because it's a birthday stream. I hit 34. I made it another 365 days. I suffered through enough of it. Now I got to do it again for another year. To be clear, I wouldn't bang John because his personality does make him very unattractive. However, he's still stupid cute and I hate it. Are you telling me you just hate fuck him? Is that what you're telling me, Mannequin? You just want to hate fuck John Doyle? Is that really what it is? You wanted to party hard for this year for your 35th? Yeah, I mean, I don't like to party hard. I wanted to hang out with friends, just have a good time, which I can kind of do tonight. Because Quinn's going to be joining me for Among Us. Mannequin's joining us. I think McScothy Queer is going to be still joining us, right? So it's going to be a fun time here overall. But that was the point of hanging out and talking about John Doyle. Just to shoot the shit. Because that's what I like to do. You were meant to be living in Ireland. Yeah. I mean, didn't you vote in the Discord server? I was pretty sure you did. Let me double check. I might be wrong. Pretty sure I'm not. But I might be. I do have that habit of being wrong. Isn't that right, Quinn?
No comment.
Yeah, you did vote on it. It's all good. Like, no one's forced to join in, just to have fun. But anyone that's in the server, welcome to join in for the fun tonight. Is there anything else we want to do before we start getting ready for Among Us? Anything else anyone wants to watch? How about this? We'll take a suggestion. We can do something kind of fun.
Do we need a cleanse?
We do need a cleanse. If anyone's got a cleanse, you can't give me the links directly because I have links turned off. However, if you want to whisper it to either Elysium or who else in chat can do it? Because Robot might be here still. I don't know.
Robot hasn't responded to any of the talk about John Doyle.
True,
so...
that is true. So whisper it to Elysium, and Elysium can link it. I occasionally fuck guys. Mannequin, one of the things he said to me. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that was good. I mean, do you have anything, Quinn, do you want to cleanse with?
I don't have anything set up.
Ooh, I have an idea. And I think you'll appreciate it. Zafrank. Let's cleanse with Zafrank.
I have been watching through some Zafrank stuff.
Let's see, what's the most recent one we got? We have True Facts, Deception in the Rainforest. Let's do that. Oh my God, I don't care.
Oh God.
Fucking commercials. I'm still not gonna pay YouTube for fucking premium. Fuck off.
USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Yeah.
God, American commercials.
Yeah. Here we go.
Rainforests are the most biologically diverse places on Earth. Wildlife photographers David Weiler and Thomas Morant would know. They have traveled to rainforests around the world. Jerry, is that them? Oh, I see, they're the ones that took the pictures. Well, that makes more sense. Rainforests are host to more than half of all known species, which means they can be crowded as hell. It's like those apartment buildings that kids move into after college. Everyone has like 50 roommates, all of them with dietary restrictions. And there's always one that makes way too much noise in the morning. It's sort of like that, but in the rainforest, some of your roommates want to eat you. So if you want to live there, you have to figure out how to get not eaten. Perhaps the most straightforward way of avoiding a predator is to have a hidey hole. But if you don't have a hidey hole to hide in, the next best thing is to be able to hide in plain sight. To disappear through background matching, an animal's coloration is roughly what you would get if you took a random sampling of the colors and shapes in their background. This is a form of crypsis or camouflage, and comes about from an evolutionary dance between predator and prey. If an individual winds up
Oh,
with
no.
a mutation that makes it harder for a predator to detect them, even when
I'll
they're
check that
looking
link in a
right
minute.
at them, then they are more likely to make babies and pass the trait on to the next generation. Rinse and repeat. These sorts of adaptations are driven by what the predator can perceive. If your predator is
Oh, there's the
colorblind,
spider.
you can have little red speckles and still disappear on a gray background. If they don't see in high resolution, maybe your blotches can be a bit bigger.
Doggo.
And likewise, creatures that we have a hard time seeing might pop out to predators who can see ultraviolet light. However, this strategy isn't perfect. Light and shadows can reveal your outline. Or that, right? I mean, sometimes you have to go, and that's good technique. He missed the guy behind him. They're free peoples. They know what they're doing. Anywho,
what the hell was that?
Instead of disappearing by having a seemingly random array of
I noticed this little like thing poking out its like whatever it was, tail, face.
Will often
I really hope that was a tongue.
I
don't know what it was.
That would otherwise draw attention.
Oh, that was okay.
Camouflage
yes.
creates false edges that make it hard to see the
gotta be careful with that because of
color. Having extra
because
body
of
bits
Quinn.
Here and there can make it
So I'm not going to do spider stuff just that, just, because of consideration for Quinn.
In coloration and shape can allow an animal to come into the foreground a bit instead
being
of just
nice.
blending into a background. In Masquerade,
I
even if an
appreciate
animal
it.
is spotted, it has evolved to be mistaken for something in
Okay, I'll look at that later.
Something that wouldn't be on the predator's menu. Sticks and leaves seem to be quite popular.
It will scare
I'm
you?
Sure it's
Oh,
not
not.
easy pretending to be a stick or a leaf, or the end of a log like a potu bird do. I'm just saying it doesn't feel that creative. It's like being a witch on Halloween. At least with bird poop, you know they're trying. The caterpillar of the king-page swallowtail is like next-level stuff.
What the hell?
Right down to the texture. Look at it. I know what you're thinking. My poop doesn't have little red antennas on it. Kind of screws up the whole costume. Here's the thing, though. That's an organ called the osmeterium. It is everted. Think if you could turn your nostrils inside out, and it emits a terrible smell. I told you they're next level at this. But if poop isn't your thing, the monkey slug caterpillar is more of a think outside the box sort of pretender. From the bottom, they look a bit like a tongue with a mullet. But when they are right side up, they appear to mimic what's left behind after a tarantula molts.
Oh.
Right down to the details, like the little holes where the legs
Looking
come
away
out.
again.
But if Masquerade
I
is
did
about
like that either
appearing
made my skin
something
crawl, but still, it's
uninteresting
interesting.
to a predator, what about pretending to be something
Hey, Mr. Nice
downright
Guy, thank you for the
unpleasant?
follow.
In the rainforest, there are quite a few
Starfish
things
are an
that
evil
very
stomach. They are.
unpleasant for predators to try and eat. Some have very visible defenses, like thorns and spikes.
Oh no, I've seen how starfish walk.
I'm
It's
sorry,
weird.
It's
Oh
hard
god.
to take this one seriously, Your Majesty. I take it back. However, other defenses are harder to see.
Vortigaunt
Many
841.
species ingest or can
Another
create
follow.
toxins that
You're
taste
appreciated.
terrible and can make a predator very sick or even very dead. I know what you're thinking. Being toxic to a predator after it's already chewing on you is not that great of a defense. Joke's on you. I bet you puke up my lifeless body in 5 minutes. Burn. Google blue jay barfing butterfly. You'll see what I mean.
How about not?
But even if you end up becoming predator puke, your relatives and offspring might be spared if the predator learns to avoid things that look like you. This means that for animals
Has
that
Quinn
have
what?
toxins, there can be an evolutionary advantage in helping the predator to learn to avoid them. In some cases, this means an animal will do the opposite of hiding, displaying bright colors and making themselves very conspicuous. This is called aposematic coloration, basically an honest warning signal, one that can help the predator make
Seen how
the
starfish walk
association.
on land?
Now, what is interesting
I don't know,
is
Quinn,
that
have you?
often 2 or more species that are toxic will
was that?
evolve to
Sorry, you
look
cut out.
very much alike.
I don't
For
think so,
example,
sorry.
both
Okay.
the viceroy on
I
the left
guess the
and
answer is
monarch
no.
on the right are toxic to birds. Bees and wasps do this too.
Genetic memory and
When
bright
2 or
colors make
more
things avoid you.
well-defended
That is fair.
species share a warning signal.
Yeah.
It is called Mullerian mimicry, after Fritz Muller, who is dead. This works from an evolutionary standpoint because sharing a warning signal means that you share the cost of educating predators. Each species loses fewer individuals to the learning process
What the hell is
than
it
if
doing?
they went it alone. But if there are
think it's
signals
open.
that cause
Maybe?
predators to stay away, there is an opportunity to cheat.
It's not as
If you
valuable
are
as
delicious and
tardigrade
quite
poop.
safe to eat like
Yeah.
this Katie did, there's an advantage to looking
You-
like a
you
wasp
can't- you can't
that
do
has a
spirit
pointy
science,
butt. When a good
unless it's
to eat
tardigrade
creature
food.
pretends that it's a dangerous or
Stash
toxic
73,
one,
thank
it
you
is
for the
called
follow.
Batesian mimicry, after Henry Walter Bates, who is dead. This can involve both a look and a behavior. Some hawk moth caterpillars are about as good at pretending to be a snake as you can imagine a caterpillar being. When threatened, it waves itself around like a dangerous third of a snake. But the yellow and black of pointy bee butts is one of the most recognizable warning signals of all. And that means there's a lot of fakers out there that don't have pointy butts like the bee do, but wanting on the protection. Some beetles are okay at it, and moths do it pretty well. But the
I guess that means they are predators then, I guess.
They're all in. Hundreds of species
I'm
of
bad
butterflies
at technical jargon like that, I'm sorry.
Yellow jackets to bumblebees to the skinny-waisted mud dauber wasps.
Oh,
you
God,
can
wasps.
see how all these fakers could really screw up the whole predator education thing.
That's a fucking dog.
And if there's too many mimics, then a predator can start to catch on and become more discerning. Some butterflies have an amazing way of making sure that they don't overplay their deceit. Papilio dardanus has been called the most interesting butterfly in the world.
Genetic memory is a pretty impressive thing.
Whatever. The females are polymorphic, meaning that a female will grow up to be one of over 14 different body forms or morphs. Here's a little sample. All of these are Papilio dardanus. And here's the crazy part. Each of these forms mimics a different distasteful species of butterfly. It's like a genetic Swiss Army knife of deception. And you never saturate the market. Tricky butterflies are predators themselves, and they can be tricked by their prey. Vines in the genus Passiflora, with their crazy-ass flowers, have developed toxins that keep most butterflies and caterpillars away. However, some butterflies have evolved an enzyme that can break this toxin down, so they just lay their eggs willy-nilly all over the Passiflora leaves. But when the little babies hatch, they have a tendency to be cannibalistic, so these butterflies will avoid laying their eggs near someone else's eggs. Some Passiflora vines take advantage of this. They appear to mimic butterfly eggs in a number of different ways. For example, little yellow spots on the leaves, or these little yellow polyps. All of this to deceive the butterfly and keep it moving along to the next plant. Mimicking the predator you're trying to avoid is called Gilbertian mimicry, after Lawrence Gilbert, who's not dead. Based on the last two, I'd be worried. But no defense is foolproof, and so animals will often have a number of different ones, some of which only come into play at the very last moment before a predator strikes. The Amazon barkenhole is very well hidden.
Barkenhole?
It will flash a bright color when threatened. Butterflies, moths, and lanternflies play a metal version of peekaboo to the death, with giant eye spots that can startle or change the point of attack. Getting a predator to strike away from vital organs can be the difference between a shitty day and a very shitty day. The gray hairstreak butterfly has a false head on the tips of its wings. They often sit with that part pointing up, and they can even move their little false antennae. Better to be bit on the butt than dead.
Oh,
and then
clever.
there's this little caterpillar who does that. You know you'd be freaked out if your food winked at you. In any case, you can see that if you live together for millions of years, it all devolves into an episode of Big
Kermit
Brother.
is stoned.
Everyone's just lying to everyone, even the predators.
Bite me on the butt.
If
Jesus
there's a
Christ.
deception
My
that
chat's
you
turning
can think
horny.
of, it probably exists. Like Rule 34. As Aristotle said,
the fuck is that?
Nature is a whore with a vacuum. Jerry, that's not right. Yes, it's nature abhors a vacuum. What? Is that why nature is so dirty? It's not a vacuum cleaner. No, it's like an empty space, like a hole. So in this context, it's like if nature sees an empty hole, it'll put an animal in it. Well, I suppose that is a little dirty.
Oh, shit. Alright, let's see what Elysium
Whatever the day
shared
brings,
earlier.
Grammarly helps you communicate smarter, one message at a time. As you type,
Yeah, I'm at. Alright, let's see what it is. Oh no. It's not wanting to load. Yorkie and German Shepherd play. Ah! Animal Cleanse. Aww. Oh, that's adorable. Like, every time the little one goes, that just gets me.
If it lifts his head up, he's just gonna lift the the Yorkie up with it.
Waiting for a big swing.
Well, but he's being so gentle.
Look at the big dwarfs.
Oh, that was cute. No.
Aww. This is what we deserve. After John Doyle, that's what we deserve. Just listen to it. It's just like a little electric car going. Oh no, little one won. That was cute.
Jim Chef is like a dad letting his child win at hide and seek.
Yeah.
Oh no, where are you?
I think we're about ready to start soon. It's going on 9:30. We can either watch one more Frank video or start getting ready for Among Us.
Do we have people ready for Among Us?
Okay, for those in the chat who are going to join for Among Us in the first place, who's ready? Nice woo. We've cornered the market. Yes. We cornered the market on a woo. See girl in chat, I must slide the DMs. Alright, we got Ash. Are you going to be joining us to this DM, or are you going to be sitting around in the chat, keeping control? We're trying to see who's going to be ready to come in for Among Us. We're trying to make sure we have enough people, because I know somebody isn't going to be until after 10. I have to do mod stuff. Fair enough. So we got at least Colossus and Mannequin. We are still waiting on... Let me get to the pin message, sorry. Who are we waiting on still? Boop, boop, boop. Jump to this one. So we got, is Mixed Gothic Crew going to join us still? Okay, that's perfectly fine. And by the way, congrats on getting the vaccine. We're happy for you. We hope the recovery is swift. I'll check and see if Lenny's ready to jump in here in a minute. If not, we can wait a little longer. Not like there's, not enough videos. I don't know if Dove's going to join still. Because it's late, so I don't know. And then we can't do anything until Faye's ready. It's better not that the fever broke. That part was like, all good, yeah. I could play after I finish up my WoW raid, which is about half an hour left. Yeah. Join the Discord server. If you haven't yet, I think you have. I'll have to double check. No. You haven't joined the server. You can join the Discord server. It's right there up on the screen, or you can join that way. Not me and Alyssa do it at the same time. And yeah, you're welcome to join in. We'll be doing it on a North American server. And we'll play as long as we can through the regular game, and then probably switch over to some hide and seek. Because that just gets to be fun, where everybody's on the mic the entire time and just shooting the shit, trying to finish things while the killer's just trying to find us. It's funny to hear people scream when they die. Some of them squeak.
I'm posting the message on my Discord.
Yeah, definitely. Let me jump back down here. Hey, Lou, there's a Verkanan. By the way, for those that are going to be playing, if you do not feel like actually voice chatting on the stream, you're welcome to do text chat. We'll do it in the community chat, which is just right there below the general chat. That way we don't overcrowd. What about Quinn shout out? Just iCoop. That is for those here in the chat that haven't yet. Go follow the Mightiest Quinn over on their channel. It is the chickens in Uwu's place. They've been playing a bunch of different games lately. They just finished up with what was it, Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park and Hitman. I've just finished.
Yeah, that's right. So you're gonna be starting Slime Rancher. And
I did some Detroit Become Human today.
That's right.
And I'm gonna be doing Slime Rancher tomorrow.
There we go. So if Detroit Become Human or Slime Rancher sounds good, join. And if that doesn't sound good, still join over there. Leave a follow because Quinn's great. Plus, the emotes are adorable. They're chickens, and they did the drawings themselves. See, I can't do art. I have to hire somebody to do my emotes.
I need to be able to do some digital ones because I'm annoyed. Because they're not as clean as I want them, so
well, you know.
I will be redoing them at some point.
I mean, I get that. They're still adorable now.
Hey, chickens.
I'm chickenless right now, so I can't show them off. We have Elysium though. Elysium, show off chickens.
I am.
Quinn, you show off chickens.
Chickens.
There you go, chickens in my chat.
Chickens and a mysterious llama.
I am in there like a pocket square. Yeah. All right. Well, let me send a message to Money here. Demon Llama is the guardian of Tim. No, we'll just use the general chat. It's fine. That way, if we have more than 10 people pop in, we can rotate. Because that one's set to just max 10 people.
Yeah.
So we're just general chatting. If people want to come in now and just start chatting for a little bit on stream as we start setting up here in a minute. Yeah, we're still waiting on a few people to get here. Oh, hey, Paula. What's up? And thank you for the happy birth.
I do want to come in here and start chatting.
Colossus, what's up? Another fellow streamer, Colossus TV.
How goes it?
It goes.
Excellent.
By the way, if you haven't, to those of you in chat, go follow Colossus TV.
Oh, thank you.
There's some awesome shit over there. A lot of it involves space sometimes. Or bodies. That was weird. The cannibal body thing that we watched.
Oh, yeah, we learned about medical cannibalism.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh.
It was
interesting.
Hey, Ash.
Hello.
It's another streamer that you should check out. I got a lot of shoutouts to do tonight. It's okay. I'm fine with this. The peoples need to know. Mannequin, tell them about your channel real quick.
Hey there, guys. I'm Ash, the Mannequin. I read stuff. And I'm getting into a lot more D&D stuff lately. I'm hopefully going to be setting up a stream pretty soon. Sorry, I had to mute your stream. Hopefully I'm going to be setting up a D&D like an actual campaign for stream pretty soon. On Sundays, I go into educational D&D stuff where we learn about monster lore or like different lore about the gods and goddesses as I kind of world build my homebrew version of Faerun. And Mondays and Fridays we read books. And I will also be playing Slime Rancher tomorrow.
Are you still working through that Ayn Rand book?
Yeah, oh god, Fridays, Fountainhead Fridays. We read Fountainhead on Fridays. It is horrible in all of the funnest ways possible. I will not be doing any of my voices tonight because I have a bad throat.
Oh god.
But yeah, my throat's still messed up. The Theraflu didn't help.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I usually do full like dramatic reading when we get into Fountainhead stuff.
Yeah, you do. Don't worry, I understand your pain. I understand your pain. My voice still hurts a little bit from earlier today.
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually got to be a little loud.
It was fun watching you play earlier.
Ace Attorney is a great game series. I love it.
I like when you get into your voices. It's a lot of fun.
I can only get into some of them because some of them just start hurting and I had to stop, or I just completely lose the voice. Like I try to get it, and it just won't stay. This is why I am not a great DM sometimes, because I'll try to do voices and they're bad, and the accents shift.
My accents shift from time to time, or when I forget when there's like more than 3 NPCs and I'm trying to do a voice for each of them, I will forget who is who. So I will suddenly, like, everybody will suddenly become like a Welsh sounding dwarf for no reason, and they're like, I thought we were talking to that, New Jersey sounding tiefling, and I'll just be like, what are you talking about? Of course I'm a New Jersey sounding tiefling or something. Like, I just roll with it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean I don't sound French?
What do you mean I'm not? Yeah, like, we have a drow NPC named Pierre with, I do this horrible French accent, and I say that he smokes a cigarette all the time. When he blows the smoke in your face because the French are rude. Yeah, no, but okay, no more voices. Huh?
No, where does he even get these cigarettes?
Oh, we have, there's a full tobacco system in my world. It's imported up from Chud.
Ah.
Oh, that's cool.
See, I almost made a French character once, too, for D&D. It was a gnome.
Oh, nice.
And what was the name? Ah, it was Lucien Dinglehopper. The only true gnome in the world. Because he speaks the true gnomish language. And he will fuck anything that gets in his path. He was rather okay with that. You got 8 legs? You have 8 legs and maybe some pincers? It's okay, I can work with it. For I am Lucien Dinglehopper. And like all of his family, all the Dinglehoppers had that accent. They're the only gnomes in the world that had that accent.
That's amazing.
And it's like a community town. And like all the other gnomes, like, we don't fucking know what's going on with them.
A succubus. Add her as a succubus.
Add me as a succubus. Uh-oh. Yeah, we miss Quimby too. We like when Quimby's around. Quimby's great.
Quimby's amazing.
Quimby.
Quinity's in chat for Quimby.
Yeah. I don't have them. I don't have those emotes.
No. Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's just I'm poor until the government fucking hurries up with my money.
I happen to have, everybody is so generous to me. I keep getting gifted subbies. I just sit in everybody's chat. I'm like, hey, I'm here to lurk. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd hang out, and then I get gifted subbies. Like, woo, I get emotes. I love everybody. Thank you.
See, I like using channel points to unlock emotes too. That's why I have that option for my channel. So if you like those spritz emotes you've been seeing, if you've saved a little bit of points, you might be able to unlock one.
Yep, that's what I've been doing too. I finally, now that I have emotes, I've unlocked that too.
Yeah. I still haven't heard back from Lussick. I want to hear back from Lussick, my artist, because we're working on a little something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Something.
Is it a surprise, or are you going to?
It's a surprise. It is a surprise for now. Quinn knows what I'm talking about, because I talked with them in Hell and Elysium during the Doctor Who listen along 2 weeks ago. Well, it was a week ago, actually. Take it back, not 2 weeks ago. It'll be 2 weeks this coming Sunday. But yeah, talked about what I'm wanting to do. It involves something here on stream. I'm not saying what, but it'll be something that involves chat and involves people that might be interested in artwork stuffs. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Ooh, artwork stuffs.
Artwork stuffs. Adorable Squirtle type artwork stuffs. Squirtle. Spritz.
Ooh.
Spritz is my buddy.
Nice.
Yeah. But again, it's a money thing for now, plus timing it and trying to figure out what we're doing at the moment. That's all it is. It's nothing like super duper, like over the top, just, Yeah, there are only for 24 hours, but hey, it's 24 hours with Spritz. And that's always something fun. Because Spritz is adorable. And who doesn't want 24 hours of just like the smuggest Ninja Turtle ever? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that smug little smile. It's great.
Love it.
I
These ones are my personal favorites.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spam them all. I need to learn the etiquette of how to use them.
I love Vice. I'm a big Skies of Arcadia nerd. I love that game. It's my favorite game of all time. It's air pirates with magic.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah, it's basically the story of 6 countries that are kind of, well, that were at war in ancient history. These 6 civilizations. And they got too powerful, and the world was ended. Civilizations were ended and kind of bombarded back to a Stone Age, and everything started started over societally and built back up. And then we get to the era of our hero and what's going on there, and we have this big empire that's trying to expand and take over, and there's another empire that's kind of stonewalling them. And there's a bunch of like magic, and you have like these 6 moons that surround this planet. And then occasionally you have moonstones rain down from them, from these moons. And they use them to power their vessels and their weapons. It's great. You're welcome to jump in, Seculoid. Join the server and pop in. We're going to rotate people out. Even if we had 10 people, we'd be rotating them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, if you're 6 moons, it's the entire planet. And no. They're in the sky. Floating islands. Anything that would be ground level is below the sky. Everyone lives on floating islands. It's great.
Oh, I think Faye's on the way home.
Oh, cool.
Yep, so Faye will be joining us, my friend and co-host, here in a little bit. She's awesome as well. Cool. All caps again, and I'll ban your ass. No, don't worry. Secular's not being the tanky that was over in Hannah's stream. Oh, yeah, it was funny. That little troll was trying so hard.
Oh, I missed it.
It was great. I was there for a little bit. I know it was after your stream borked that I was really focusing.
Oh, okay.
Over on Hannah's, so.
Yeah, I ended up not even being at my computer then. We had to go get stuff done, so I would have missed it anyway, I guess.
Yeah. What can you do? But yeah, no. I really want to try to do more emotes eventually, but can't do anything until people either unlock the next bit tiers or I somehow become partner. That ain't happening.
Right.
Not with 75 consistent viewers. No. Not for an average. Ain't happening at all. I'd love it to, because then I can say, like, hey, I want to make more emotes. Come do shit. I would throw more Squirtles at you. They're great. Because who doesn't love a cosplaying Squirtle?
True.
Squirtle is the best Pokemon.
I love him, by the way. He's so cute.
Oh, Faye didn't have overtime. Cool. Hey, Seculoid's in there.
Hey, Seculoid.
Fight me.
Well, what about the nose? Check whispers. Who's whispering?
The death.
Oh, it was whisper to Quinn. Sorry.
Let's go.
How you been, Seculoid?
What?
I said, how you been?
People.
I'm alright.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Been
Thanks
good.
for subscribing, Ruthless.
What the fuck?
Oh, sorry, I got a subby.
Woo, subbies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Subbies are always great.
Oh yeah, Stalin 2024. That was the name of of our Chud tanky that was over there.
Oh.
Wait.
Like...
Their name was Stalin Mao 2024?
Nope, just Stalin 2024.
Pretty sure that was a troll.
Oh yeah, and we're speaking in all caps the entire time.
But tankies are stupid though.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
As are anyone that calls me a settler when I talk to them.
Jesus Christ.
A settler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
you get some people on the left just because I'm white.
Right, yeah, no, because you were able to choose where you were born, right?
Hey, Stygian Sticks. Thank you for the follow.
Or colonizer, because I totally colonized the U.S.
Oh yeah, totally.
And my grandparents totally colonized the U.S. when they escaped the Nazis.
Also, thank you for the follow.
Right before World War II started. That was my parents colonized or my great grandparents colonized the U.S. then.
Yeah. My family were Pennsylvania Dutch. a good chunk of them, so I don't know. I have no idea. Like, my family goes back several generations, down to like full-on like farmer-ish types. So I don't know beyond that. I'm pretty sure from what I remember of the family tree history from my mom's side, if I remember correctly, it was there's French on that end.
Nice.
So I'd have to go back through. It's a lot.
I personally have no idea, other than I've got a lot of Welsh in me.
You hear that, Quinn?
The Welsh thing?
Yeah, that means you get to bully Ash more.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that what Brits do? Bully the Welsh?
I thought they bully the Scots. Oh no, they get bullied by the Scots.
Ooh.
Oh, you're.
Ash is part sheep. Ash is bad.
I am part goat, thank you very much.
Ash is goat.
I love goats, man. I used to when I had a farm with my parents, and then with my ex years ago, and I had goats on both farms, and they're wild. They're a trip. They like.
Oh yeah.
I love them. They have so much personality.
Yeah, I've seen a few goats here and there in my life. They're something. Can't say I've ever lived on a farm though. City boy, born and raised.
I lived in the city for a long time, but I've also spent like 10 years in the middle of nowhere.
Ah, bumfuck. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Way out in bumfuck.
When we did the fireman thing.
I haven't been to bumfuck in ages. Oh, so many years since I've been to buttfuck.
Bumfuck, you old fuck. Buttfuck was another county over.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking of dick butt.
So how long into that Doyle video did it take him to actually start making a point? Because I quit like 10 minutes.
He doesn't make a point. He makes.
He doesn't make a point. It was just.
Well, globalists bad. Done. It's globalists bad and corporate Leninists.
It was so infuriating.
Corporate Leninists.
Corporate Leninists.
Oh, also, Potato Head is just as bad as like everything going on with the Uyghurs.
Oh, hell yeah. Seems good.
Yeah, seems legit.
The tracks.
Hell yeah.
John Doyle is my favorite, like, just punching bag. Like, I'm not saying I have the highest brow takes when it comes to him, but he's just so fucking easy to not take seriously.
Bro, he's so dumb. He's just stupid. Like, that's...
I mean, there's no way to be nice about it. It's like, well, I think he's mistaken. Okay. It's like, no, he's a complete idiot.
Yeah, no, okay, he comes off as a guy that has daddy issues. Like, his dad is, like, super controlling or something, and he's just trying to be, like, daddy's good boy, so he wants to, like, promote himself as, like, the most alpha Chad as he can.
Oh, he's a middle child, isn't he?
Chad.
Where's his dad?
I wonder if he's a middle child.
Listen,
maybe.
The only way somebody like Doyle gets the way they are is if their dad is also loud and obnoxious. Or one of their parents has to be confidently stupid and wrong. Like, he learned to act like that. Because literally all behavior is learned behavior.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, he learned to act like that from somebody. And he's only like 20, so it has to be one of his parents.
Yeah, with him being as young as he is, it's probably both.
So, at least one of his parents is loudly and confidently wrong all the time.
Excuse me.
Loudly and confidently wrong. It's the name of my comedy album.
Oh yeah.
They're from Bumfuck.
It's on Spotify. You should listen.